The loudness and the energy, I just couldn't believe it.
I love the energy of the crowd. Let's go!
I'm gonna keep burying you into the ground as fast as I can and as deep as I can.
I enjoy when things get a little saucy.
Give me a freaking break!
Every match you play feels like it's the finals.
Fire, you want fire.
And that's what the fans want to see.
That's what intense tennis is.
The final weekend of the Intense season is here, but the future is only getting started. Professional tennis will never be the same, but nor does anyone want it to. The last 2 months inside the Intense Arena has brought a renewed passion for the sport, an engaged fan base, and a new competition model that this weekend crowns its first champion. Welcome to Championship Weekend. Hello everyone, I'm JY and Championship Weekend has arrived. Since mid-June, teams have been battling inside this one-of-a-kind stage that has transformed the sport and created a new professional pathway where players finally get salaries and men and women compete together with rules such as one serve, timeouts, and substitutions. And this weekend, kings and queens will be crowned as they ride off into the sunset, making their mark on tennis history. And this weekend, to kick off the surge of events at 2 p.m., the Challenge team will take on Jacksonville, where the Challenge team has lost 4 in a row, and they've brought in former junior U.S. Open champion Samantha Crawford to put on the coach's cap and right the ship against a Jacksonville team that is winless in women's singles. Which team will end their losing streak today? Then at 7 p.m., we'll be back where the fight for glory continues, where Tampa has won 2 in a row, keeping their championship hopes alive, but they'll be going up against Atlanta, who can clinch the title tonight. Will Tampa's late season resurgence delay Atlanta's coronation, or will the Bada Trophy find its home in Georgia tonight? Then tomorrow at 2 p.m., we'll be back where Jacksonville takes on Tampa, where we'll see who is still in the championship race after tonight's outcome. But the 2 storylines to look for there will be Tampa's women that are undefeated going up against Jacksonville's women that are winless. But fortunately for Jacksonville, they have Sam Nicholson, the MVP candidate for the league right now. Can he put on one final memorable performance before the curtain falls on season 1? Now, we have to get to the standings and the championship scenarios that everyone is looking at as we get into this weekend. So we'll start off with Tampa, who's got the most difficult road. They stay in the championship race by winning tonight, but by winning all 3 matches. They have to win all 3, if not, they're out. Atlanta, they can clinch the title with a win tonight, but need to win 2 out of 3 matches to secure it. For Jacksonville, these are the 2 things that they're hoping for, either an Atlanta loss, or if Atlanta wins, but only wins 1 of those matches, men's singles, women's singles, or doubles, then Jacksonville is still in it tomorrow. And that's possible because if, let's just say Atlanta scores so many points in men's singles, they lose the other 2 matches, but they're close, they can still win it, but then Jacksonville's in it tomorrow. So an incredible weekend that we have ahead of us, and this is a great time to bring in our on-court commentator, Kelly Kroll, to discuss what we have coming up. Hey, Kelly.
Hey, well, you mentioned the standings. I thought it was funny. Max Vincent, who will get ready to take the court here shortly for Team Jacksonville, said he and his mom had a spreadsheet out last night. They were diving into the numbers, the 1s and 2s. So you better believe everybody right now is trying to figure out the scoring system to what means tomorrow will have in front of them. But I will tell you this, Coach Claudio coming into this afternoon in this match against the Challenge team, he has every week a pre-match speech, and today's word of advice to his team and the word he wanted them to live by this afternoon was courage. He says, I want you to have the courage to go out there and be aggressive, the courage to go out there and play your heart out and leave everything out on the court this afternoon. If for nothing else, we will hold our heads high at the end of this season, but you know they are hoping to stick around here tonight and be in Team Tampa's corner while they watch them hopefully take one from Atlanta, which means, well, you do what you just said, JY, their season stays alive and they have a chance at that trophy.
And Kelly, you've been sitting there courtside, walking around with the players. What have you noticed courtside, especially with the Jacksonville team, as they were warming up in doubles?
So Sam Nicholson was out here warming up in doubles, and I heard Claudio giving him some points and some little things to be aware of, and we did see Sam Nicholson step on the court in doubles last week. First time we'd seen it all season long. I joked with you the week before that he was in his running shoes. He was absolutely not coming out for doubles. But today he was warming up. There may be a chance we could see him. Of course, they've had a really good thing going, though, Team Jacksonville, in their doubles, which is something I want to mention because you talked a little bit about their women's singles having not won a match this season outside of the challenge team that they played. And I talked to Annabelle about that a little bit, and she said, listen, I lost to Sion by 1 point. I lost to Michaela by 1 point. I'm well aware when I'm lying in bed at night that that is still irritating me. But in that moment, she says, I have grown significantly. I think we have grown significantly, and we will know in those moments when they come up how to do things a little bit different. So JY, that is something she said to me, and then she also said, in big picture, we still won those matches because I've got to put that behind me right away and go play doubles, which is something they've been very good at.
And then just quickly, we'll just shift over the challenge team a little bit. You know, they have Samantha Crawford. They've lost 4 in a row. We've seen how since the season has started, the challenge team has now struggled, but they have former junior U.S. Open champion Samantha Crawford there. What is that going to mean to them as they get started? Okay. Well, we have a little bit of an audio issue, but that's okay. Kelly, thank you for joining us, and we'll be back at 2 p.m. with you when we get our match started. But for the rest of you, stay with us because our team caught up with the players as they were getting ready for this weekend, and we got their thoughts on championship weekend.
I haven't seen anything of it, but I heard about it.
I've only heard that it's incredible and it's something we've never seen before.
I'm the headline, the deadline. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. I'm a living legend.
Love that feeling of holding up a trophy.
When you receive one, you know you worked for it and you feel like you deserve it.
It's a nice recognition of all the work you put in.
Luckily, I've been out here building an army. Camouflage on a ride, we run this party.
When they're handing you the trophy, it's like, oh wow, I really did this.
It's just almost a relief, but also joy at the same time.
No matter how many trophies you have, the next one always feels great.
Living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind, never tried, tell them all. I'm the headline, the deadline. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind, big time.
I know I'm a woman coach and also I'm the youngest, so it's always different, I think, and pretty new, but I just think that you can give a chance to everyone. My name is Jelena Labar, and I'm coaching the Tempest team. So I started playing tennis when I was 4 years old in France. My dad started to coach me. I just had one coach when I was 10 years old until now. I still have the same coach in France back home. And I love tennis. It was more like a fun game. No competition at the beginning, and I started to like, at some point, when I was 16, I realized I was pretty okay, and I just decided to do more competition and take it more seriously. I think my coach made the person that I am on the court and off the court as well. He impacted me a lot on technique-wise, but also my spirit, how I fight on the court. I felt that confidence builds trust and shows build performance. That's the most important for me as a coach, to make the player understand that I understand them. It's not only being a player, it's also a person. And any little win, we have to celebrate. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a small win for them or a big win, I will always support them. When I was 17, I just decided to go to the US. I saw a lot of players going there and getting scholarship to play in the United States. When I came to the US, I was not speaking one word of English. So I arrived in Columbus State University, and it was way different than France. Also was just after COVID, so when I had to learn English, they were all wearing a mask. So it was really difficult to communicate, actually, first of all. So I was a little bit questioning myself why I'm here. But then after, it started to be really fun.
Welcome back to the INTENNSE Arena, where it's our final weekend, championship weekend. We're coming up here at 2 p.m. We're going to have Jacksonville taking on the challenge team as we get ready for an incredible weekend of everything that's going on in front of us. And we'll take a look at the challenge team that is going to be going up against Jacksonville today. And so they have former Junior U.S. Open champion Samantha Crawford that will be their coach today. And on the players' side, we're going to have Danny Muminovic, the staple that's been here almost every week, Jose Galvez, Naresh Bararathi, Joe Yi Chan, Addie Rogan stepping in, and then the special guest that we have with us, Kristina Wozniak, who is joining us not for the first time, not for the second time. We can start to call her a veteran. Kristina, thanks for joining us.
Of course, I'm so happy to be back.
Yeah, so yes, you'll be back. You were here with us earlier in this season. You also played in the preseason, so you've seen this grow from, you know, the earlier in this year to where it is now. Talk about your excitement being back here.
I think not playing for a couple of weeks, I'm having withdrawals. It was time to play again. I'm so excited that the last weekend I have a chance to be here again. Like, honestly, I'm so happy.
And so you've been playing with it, but you told me earlier you've also been watching it as well. What are some of the rules that you've noticed that have really stood out for you?
My favorite, again, I'm going to keep saying it, such little time between points. I loved it. And watching it on YouTube after I've been in the actual arena is super fun. So I suggest everybody to come watch it in person, and then watching it on YouTube makes it so much more fun.
You know, another thing we discussed before was just the difficult lifestyle that's out there on the ITF Tour and how just expensive it can be to go fly to California, fly back, but it's only 1 week. But here we have a much different scenario. So just talk about the different environment players have here, especially the support of the team and the league.
Yes, I absolutely love being on the team. I love how INTENNSE takes care of us. It feels so amazing to arrive to a great hotel, to have everything organized for you. Kind of reminds me of college tennis a little bit. So it's like relaxing. You're here to compete, and then you can focus on competing. You don't have to worry about taxi, airports, hotels. It's such a pleasure to be here. And again, I can relax and compete here on the court.
Now, the challenge team has struggled for a couple weeks now, but you have former Junior U.S. Open champion Samantha Crawford. That's going to be your coach today. Talk about what it's been like meeting her and just as you get ready for today.
Yeah, as soon as you told me she's going to be our coach, I right away knew who it is, and I'm so honored to kind of pick her knowledge and get to know her better. It's honestly my honor. As soon as I saw it, I was like, no way, I'm so lucky to be playing for her. It's amazing. Super happy she's with us.
And what's one thing you all have been focusing on as you prepare for today in practice? What's been the one theme that you all want to do well?
I think Samantha, she also played doubles, so she has a lot of knowledge on doubles, mix. So I've been listening to her on what we should do as a team. Yeah, and she has amazing view on the game, so I think she's going to help us a ton today. We just met our teammates today, but I think she will be the connecting glue for us, and she'll really help us to do well today.
Awesome. Kristina, thank you so much for giving us a few minutes before you get started. We'll see you during the match when you're competing and trying to win for the challenge team. For us right now, we're going to go take a look at the roster that is going to be going up against Kristina in the challenge team. Jacksonville, that is going to be led by Claudio Pistolesi. Then we have Annabelle Thomas, Sophia Johnson, Jacqueline Lopez, Max Benson, Martin Gutierrez, and the MVP candidate right there, where all eyes are going to be on him in men's singles, Sam Nicholson. It's going to be an incredible afternoon today. So when we come back in just a little bit, we're going to be one step closer to Jacksonville versus the challenge team.
I made more money this past weekend in 3 days playing INTENNSE than I ever made playing a pro tournament. I'm Max Benson, Jacksonville. I started INTENNSE. I'm playing futures and such, and you know, making money is really hard when you're playing futures. I would say a lot of people probably look at tennis as like a rich person's sport, which having a lot of money makes things easier because then you're not thinking about that. But like in my case, I would say it's more, oh wow, I have to book a flight, book a hotel, and then on top of all of that, I have to pay for my food, my travel, the entry fee, all the stringing. I mean, a lot goes into it. Once I graduated, I did have a nice graduation present from my parents, so I could go play in Europe. But after that, it was all back on me. I had never booked a flight for myself before. I had never booked a hotel, Airbnb, public transport. I went to tournament after tournament. I don't know anybody. They might not even speak English. I went there and figured it out by myself. Everything is on you, like when you're playing pro tennis. So if you do choose to travel with a friend, with a coach, with a physio, whoever you want to travel with, you have to pay them, and you also end up paying their expenses. Sometimes you kind of think in the back of your head, well, the only way I end in the green this week is if like I make semis or final or win the tournament. I went to Austria, and my buddy and I, we played a 25K. We won the doubles, and we still probably ended maybe positive 100 euros by the end of the week. With the money that I'll make from Intense, I'll be able to play way more. After this past weekend, I basically doubled my bank account.
Welcome back to the Intense Arena, where championship weekend is here and the players are gearing up for an important moment in tennis history, where it finally comes down to this weekend. I'm JY and I get to introduce a special guest, Baseline Intelligence, the man himself, Jonathan Stokke. Welcome back, man.
Hey, man, it's awesome to be here for championship weekend. We talked about all that's on the line. I've got a special spot in my heart for the challenge team, which is about to go right now. So many cool storylines, and so excited to be here.
So, you know, second time coming back here. Also, you've been a coach. You've been in Samantha Crawford's position. They've lost 4 in a row. Talk about why it might be so difficult for the challenge team to step up.
The interesting thing, especially for Samantha, is she doesn't know any of the players. So she doesn't know when they need a break, when they're struggling, when they're looking comfortable. That is the hardest part as a coach. And then also the doubles aspect, which these people haven't played together. Do you like to serve tee? Do you like to serve wide? Where are we going to poach? What is the timing of all that? That is so difficult. So singles is very, very important for the challenge team, because I think Jacksonville has a massive advantage just with doubles chemistry overall.
Yeah, and then the use of the rules, right? We got a lot of new rules, substitutions, timeouts. You know, if you were to give some advice to Samantha, what would be 1 or 2 that she should really pay attention to and manage?
Again, I lost, I think, by 40 last time I was here, so it's probably not the best idea.
It's on the players. It's not on you.
Exactly. The players were horrible. But Danny, my boy, is back again, which I love seeing him. But I would say it's better to call a timeout too early than too late. So I would much rather just boom, stop a bad momentum, stop a run while the score is close, instead of waiting, hoping my player's going to turn around, and then I have a timeout in my pocket that I wasted. So I would encourage her. You got 2 for each match. You got 6 total. Definitely use them all, and use them earlier than you think.
And now we started talking very quickly about the challenge team, but let's talk about what the challenge series is for some of these first-timers that are watching us. You know, tell them about this incredible opportunity and how the challenge team has come about.
Right, so these players are coming out. They get to play matches before the weekend starts. If you win, the top 3 get to come in. And like Danny, who I met last time, Danny's making cash every weekend, right? He's out here playing. He's getting experience playing against top players. He's walking away with cash. And I heard a rumor, possibly from the guy sitting right next to me, that there's a draft next year. So not only are you playing for your own money, your own fun, playing against better competition, but you're also showcasing yourself for future coaches. Maybe they want you on the full-time team.
And there we're taking a look at Jose Galvez, one of the players. His first time making it through the Challenge Series. He'd been here before. He just didn't make it. Finally made it to be on the big show. But now let's take a look at the other side of the court. Let's talk about Jacksonville. What stands out to you with Jacksonville?
Well, we said it, right? You said that the women hadn't won a match all year. And I was like, there's no way that's correct. You got your numbers wrong, Florida State. And then we found out they lost 3 matches by 1 point, by 1 point, and by 2 points. And I was here for that. So you can go 2 ways. That can get in their head, and they can start thinking they're not clutch, and they're cursed, whatever. Or they can be like, hey, you know what? Our level is clearly good enough, and we're due. So if I'm Claudio, I'm kind of talking them into that confidence side. Hey, the level is there. We're absolutely due. The next close one goes our way. But that'll be interesting to see how they handle that, not having won a match.
Yeah, is that something, that's such a tricky line as a coach, because you've seen some that are close, but you've seen some that are not. Is that something can you spend too much time talking about that leading into it?
You can.
Or do you want to? Do you want to address it?
You know, I would mention it. Like, look, you don't want to lie to yourself. Confidence is about being true to yourself. And if you've lost every match, it's okay to admit that. I would also just be a realist and be like, hey, we're right there. We have the talent. I mean, I was watching Sophia warm up. She absolutely blisters the ball. Like, I'd be like, how are we going to lose with this girl? It's not going to happen. We're absolutely due. But I would mention it, but I would also just make them aware that the level is there and that the confidence in them is there and that they're absolutely due for a W today.
The other one we have to talk about is Sam Nicholson. You know, you watch him the first couple of times, and we've been wondering what's the fitness and endurance like for these players to play the 3 10-minute bolts. Talk about how hard is it to play well this many weeks in a row?
It's super impressive. You know, actually, when I was coaching the challenge team, I think we lost by like 4 points. And I had no idea how good that, in hindsight, I'm like so proud of Danny for coming close there. But he's been an absolute animal, and he plays a majority of the 30 minutes. He's playing 26, 27 minutes. Mentally, that's incredibly difficult because you always have to be on your game. And then physically, week after week, showing up bolt after bolt after bolt. Super impressive, and I actually think he's getting better with each one.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting scenario where, you know, they played Atlanta on back-to-back weeks and where he had that record-setting performance. It was interesting watching the tape. I didn't think he played that amazing then. I thought Atlanta really just didn't play well, and he had a lot of simple winners to rack up points with the +2s. You know, you hit a clean winner in Intense, it's +2. When they came back, you know, Kevin wasn't feeling great with his knee. I thought Sam actually played even better. He just didn't get the record because Kevin played better. But I think you're right. I think he's actually playing better, which is super impressive. And the one thing that I do find interesting is how Kelly mentioned in the beginning of the show that they saw him warming up in doubles. You know, Max Benson, he was a great doubles player early on, but he was the one that was pulled out last week. How do you feel about getting Sam to warm up and get ready for doubles? Is it just too much on him? What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, obviously they get the singles in before. So if he has to play all 30 minutes, he's running side to side, and that's difficult. Obviously, maybe he doesn't come in for doubles. It's pretty scary for every team playing Jacksonville, though. If I go, man, you got Sam Nicholson, MVP, and now they're going to start throwing him out in doubles. I probably wouldn't see that. Although, when I've watched Max and Martine, their chemistry is so good. It actually is something I'd consider if I was Claudio. Like, do you want to mess with that? Because they seem to gel really well.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a sign of desperation or great coaching. We'll find out when we come back at 2 p.m. We're going to see how Claudio's going to manage this and if the challenge team can finally end their losing streak. 2 p.m. We'll be back.
I'm Nuruddin Adam. I play for Team Tampa. One of my nicknames is Smiley. From Sudan originally. I have a big family. I have 4 sisters and 2 brothers. I'm very thankful for my parents because they did more than what they can just to make sure that we don't need anything. My history with tennis, it started with my grandfather who used to work as a caretaker at the tennis club. And back in the day, tennis always for like the high class. My family comes from a lower class, so there was no chance of me being here. My dad grew up and started working there as well. Gave him like a small house in the tennis club. And then ended up being a coach. Like he learned playing tennis, he learned all the techniques. The moment you were born, you start walking, here's the racket, the court is literally 5 meters from the house. So like, it's crazy because I think about it almost every day. Just me being here, like, what if my dad just decided to do something else? I was number 8 in Africa, playing 14 and under, and I get the chance to play the Masters, where like the top 8, getting my first ATP point at the age of 16. That's when I was like, oh, like I can actually like play. The journey from Sudan to the U.S. I've seen a lot of friends went to college in the U.S., so I'm like, okay, if they can be on full scholarship, then I can be as well. I think my mom is mad at me up to this day about it.
Guys, I need a Negro Modelo.
Negro Modelo, what is that?
It's a dark beer.
Okay, I'm not a beer drinker.
No.
Thwack. Chip rally.
Oi. Rallying with Chip Rally. Produced and directed by Chip Rally. Starring Chip Rally. Okay, that's all you get. All right. Okay, bye. Chip Rally here for the Chip Rally Show. Tennis. You want to hit deep. So I've decided to hit deep with some of the best tennis players in the Intense Tennis League. I'm here with Annabelle Thomas.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. So, college baller, former, you?
Yep. UNF, Clemson.
University of Florida Tech?
University of North Florida.
North Florida?
Yeah.
Northeast Florida?
Just North Florida.
Division
1.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Thanks.
How'd you fare on the team? What number did you play?
I started at 7, and then went 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's the right way to go.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't go down.
Yeah.
It's gradually up.
I went the other way. Yeah. Sorry, Coach Tucker at the Ohio State University. Pull up your pants, okay? It's kind of, you're an old man. Cheating. Let's get right into it.
Oh, yeah.
It happens. Cheat happens. I have a shirt that says that. You want to buy it, or?
How much?
That's a good question. I need to give it a price before I sell it. You did graduate university, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about what makes a strong team player.
And someone who's selfless. They want to play for their team, and they want to get the best out of themselves, the best out of their teammates.
Do you have any tactics for tennis players to get the best out of their teammates?
Ooh. I think just being honest with your teammates.
Yeah.
And knowing what your teammates' strengths are, knowing what your strengths are, and then working together.
What's an example of working together with a teammate?
Just pumping them up, making them feel good, telling them when they need to get that together.
So if you wanted to make me feel good right now, how would you pump me up?
I'd be like, Chip, let's go. Today's your day. Play to your strengths.
I don't know. I just feel like there's so much pressure in the world, and my backhand sucks.
But what about your forehand?
Well, it's pretty good.
Then use it. I've seen you use it. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm putting you on.
All right.
It was an intense match. Maybe it didn't go exactly as planned. Credit to Jacksonville. Sam came out, started on fire.
Kudos to Sam. He started insane.
I just tried my hardest and I got the win today.
That was the most fun tennis match I've ever played in my life.
Opening weekend, there's some nerves, no doubt. For me, I always see these opportunities for improvement.
Hopefully we win that energy battle.
We have a really good plan, and it's going to work.
We also have a very good plan.
They
For
do.
sure.
They don't have
We do.
Yep, awesome.
Marcelo did a great job firing us all up.
Somebody has to lose, someone has to win, but I know it's going to make us hungry to come back and beat them.
Obviously, coming in not having won one yet, it makes you hungrier to win one. Time to bring it, time to get a win.
Sam, amazing job in the men's singles.
I had a good game plan coming in, and I stayed within myself.
I'd like to take my hat off to Sam. I think he pulled out a few good shots at the right times, but in general, I just felt like it was an uphill battle.
It's definitely a rivalry. We need it more than the other team.
Sam played well again today.
Each day is a new day. I mean, next week I could be the one flattened.
She brought it today, no doubt.
So I really wanted it for the team. Credit to Atlanta today. They played some great stuff throughout, no matter whether they were up or down.
the loudness and the energy, I just couldn't believe it.
I love the energy of the crowd.
Let's go!
I'm gonna keep burying you in the
Welcome everyone to championship weekend at the INTENNSE Arena. Since mid-June, teams have been battling inside this one-of-a-kind stage that has created a new pathway to professional tennis with dynamic new rules such as timeouts and substitutions. And coming up, we have the challenge team versus Jacksonville. Hello everyone, I'm JY and this is not your traditional tennis. We got some new rules, so let's take a look at all of these that you need to know before following today's action.
Hey, it's Trent from Team Atlanta. If you want to watch Intense, you gotta know the rules because it's different from the tennis you're used to. Let's go.
Intense is a team sport. Each team consists of 6 players, 3 men, 3 women, roll on, roll off, substitutes all throughout.
Each Pro League duel is made up of 3 matches, men's and women's singles, men's and women's doubles, and mixed doubles.
Each match is made up of 3 10-minute bolts with shot clocks in use. Each team has 2 timeouts per match.
We have easy-to-follow numerical scoring with 1 point for a regular win and 2 points for a clean winner.
One toss, one serve. Once the ball is in the air, you gotta hit it, make it, or lose the point.
The server sets the pace. Returners must be ready, and there's a maximum of 14 seconds between points.
Bolt 6 electric line calling will be overseen by Intense officials.
At the end of each match, the highest score wins. A deciding point will be played if teams are tied at the final whistle of the final bolt.
The team with the highest aggregate score at the end of the final ball of the final match is declared the winning team and takes home the cash.
Got it? Good. Enjoy the matches.
All right, now let's take a look at the challenge team that will be coached by Samantha Crawford. We have Joey Chan, Christina Wozniak, Addie Rogan, Danny Muminovic, Jose Galvez, and Naresh Baharadi. Here's the Jacksonville lineup. Let's meet them.
Annabelle Thomas, the University of North Florida and Clemson University. And I played over 10 different sports growing up, and I could beat you at all of them.
Sophia Johnson, Old Dominion University, and I speak Hungarian. Viszont látásra.
Jacqueline Lopez, Rutgers University. I make the best chocolate chip banana bread.
Max Benson, Presbyterian College, and I love bubble tea.
Martin Gutierrez, Barry University, and my favorite fruit is mango.
Sam Nicholson, UNC Wilmington, and I'm the first tennis player in my family.
And that is the Jacksonville lineup.
Led by their coach from Rome, Italy. He's a former top 100 player in the world, and he's Jacksonville Little Capitano. Ladies and gentlemen, the coach, Claudio Pistinelli. From Brighton, England, a 2-time first-team All-Big South player. Standing tall at 6'3", number 2 on his team, but number 1 in our hearts. This is Sam Nicholson. All the way from up top, from Albany, New York. He's the 2021 Big South Player of the Year and the best trash talker on the team. He's the Ginja Ninja, our guy, Max Benson. From Columbia by way of Jacksonville, Florida, a 4-time NCAA champion, also a social media heartthrob, known as the forehand guy. It's Martin Gutierrez. From Somerset, England, currently pursuing a master's in applied psychology at Clemson University. She's consistently analyzing her competition. This is Annabelle Thomas. From right here locally from Dunwoody, Georgia, a Scarlet Knight from Rutgers University. She's the intense globetrotter with all the international training. This is Jacqueline Lopez. And from over the pond, London, England, a former top 10 ITA ranked player, Hungarian with her background and hungry for all the wins on the court. This is Sophia Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Jacksonville squad. And now, introducing our challenge team for today, led by their coach from right here in Atlanta, Georgia, a multiple-time title winner on the ITFA Women's Circuit, and now coaching at Oklahoma State University. Ladies and gentlemen, the coach, Samantha Crawford. Next up, from Sugar Hill, Georgia, she's an all-Mountain West academic athlete champion representing San Diego State. It's JY Chan. From Kiev, Ukraine, one of the SEC academic honor roll at Mississippi State, and her smarts are matched by her play on the court. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Christina Wozniak. From Moreland, Georgia, a high school phenom who is a top 5 in Georgia as a recruit and class ranks as a junior at Heritage High School. This is Abby Rogan. From India, at a towering 6'3", who is undefeated last year during conference play at North Carolina Central. This is Naresh Bathareddy. From Bosnia-Herzegovina, he's a genius with the racket and in the classroom as a member of the USTA Student Athlete Advisory Committee. This is Daniel Mumintovic. And last, but certainly not least, on our challenge squad from Alpharetta, Georgia, finishing undefeated as a sophomore at Kennesaw State University, bringing his own hometown player. This is Jose Galvez. Ladies and gentlemen, there is your challenge team.
All right, those are our two incredible teams. Challenge team versus Jacksonville. I'm JY Obone. Jonathan Stokke here with us all weekend. Showtime, man.
Hey, pleasure to be back and getting outdressed by you again.
Well, at least you can get me better on the calculators and all that math stuff. So you got your pen and pencil to get all the stats down, right?
I'm here to help you with all the scenarios this weekend for sure.
Awesome. Well, look, we're about to get started. What are you mostly looking forward to today?
I've got a soft spot in my heart for the challenge team, having coached them, knowing how difficult that is. And then I'm also looking at Jacksonville's side, the women. How are they going to come out knowing they haven't won many matches this year? Are they going to stomp on them? See how that goes in this match.
It will be really interesting, that women's singles portion, because you feel like they're better than what their record is, but you are what your record is.
Hey, at the end of the day, you lost for a reason. So was it not coming up clutch? Was it wasting a few points mentally early? That's something they have to decide. But again, I've watched them hit balls. I've watched them play matches. They are awesome players.
Players forward. We're going to get things started. Sebastian Nunez courtside for the coin toss.
This is the start of our men's singles. Jacksonville hosts. Challenge with the call. Heads or tails? Heads is the call. It's heads. Jacksonville to serve. Good match.
And it's showtime. Sam Nicholson is going to be on the near side for Jacksonville, leading off for men's singles. Danny Mubinovic on the far side, UTSA grad. Complete veteran. He's played every single week here. So as we get started with the first of 3 10-minute bullets in men's singles, it makes sense to get him started. I'm JY Obone, Jonathan Stokke, and Kelly Kroll is going to be courtside with us, close to the action.
Well, guys, off and running, Sam Nicholson, who's been, as they like to call him, the marathon man. I think it was interesting a few weeks ago, JY, you and I had a chance to talk to Kevin King after one of these matches, and he mentioned that it was the first time 2 weeks ago that he had seen Sam put a full 30 minutes together, and since then he just broke every record imaginable when it comes to these singles bolts and seems to be getting better and better each week. And today it'll be interesting to see how he can get things started for Team Jacksonville.
Yeah, he's absolutely set the standard on how to play well in this league, as it's 2-1 right now, 9 minutes left. Play men's singles, women's singles, and then all 3 doubles formats coming up right after.
And this is always the tricky thing. I watched Danny warm up. I took some videos from my YouTube channel, and he was absolutely ripping the ball. But when you get on the court, everyone's looking, lights are on, you're going against the best player in the league. Sometimes it gets a little more difficult, and right off the bat, he looks a little uncomfortable compared to what he looked like in the warm-up.
Sam looks quite uncomfortable. I mean, he's up 3-2, but the 2 points he lost, those were bad misses. One of the things I try to look at juniors, or try to tell juniors to look at, it's not just that your opponent missed, but how they missed. It tells a lot about how they're feeling.
Yep, and last time when I coached Danny on the challenge team, Sam started off slow against us. And I think in all these matches, whether it's the first match out, which in this case is the men's singles, women's singles, doubles, the beginning in the first bowl is a great chance to build a lead when everyone's kind of getting their feet wet. And right now you can see it's 3-3, but neither player is really settled in. Yep.
Looking like a veteran there. So why would he do that? Well, in our format, if you hit a clean winner, it counts as 2 points. And Danny was in a position where probably a 95% chance he's going to lose that point. So instead of giving Sam a chance, he's like, you know what? You can take your 1, can't take your 2.
And hitting short to the Nicholson backhand is probably not something Danny's wanting to do often. He uses that left hand really well. Of course, jinxed him right off the bat. Hey, I'm back.
It wasn't short. It wasn't short, though. So it's just deep in the court.
I'm back, baby. I'm already jinxing a backhand, but Nicholson's backhand is rock solid. But again, what Danny does well is usually he just shows up and makes a ton of balls. He's going to make Sam beat him here early, which is very difficult. These are the long rallies you're going to see with Danny. He's not afraid to grind.
No, and he looks just totally settled in right there. Great open stance backhanded, but I thought there was that one moment he'd hit bigger, and actually, no, I'm okay right now.
Yep, he loves height. He loves big targets. Again, he's a tall, even though he's a grinder, he's a tall guy, so he covers the court well, kind of like a Medvedev. That's a tough way to lose, too.
Oh, that's tough. Clean winner, I guess. Not really a great shot, but it dribbles over. Danny can't touch it, so it's +2.
I mean, does Sam Nicholson really need 2-pointers off let cords after the season he's had?
Nah. Are we saying that like lefties should have their own rules? Yeah, see? Doesn't go for them. Sam should have his own rules, too, at some point.
Nicholson rules, like the Jordan rules. I will say right off the bat, Sam's serve has looked fantastic. Last time he struggled a little bit with some double faults. This is my first time seeing him in person in a couple weeks, and he already looks far more comfortable. So I wonder if he's been working on that.
Well, we've seen all the, just wide there. We've seen all the teams get better and better throughout each week, but Danny's been playing every week as well, so he's not on a full-time roster, but he's been getting better at this format every week as well, so he's been understanding on how to adjust his practices.
That's another great Nicholson return, taking that backhand early. But Danny just holds on. He held on that +1. I mean, I like what Sam did. I was just going to say, I hope he attacks a little bit because Danny's so solid. It's a great chance to get up in the point. But he did, and Danny just neutralized him right away. Credit to Danny there.
7-7. 5 minutes left. 2 more 10-minute bolts after this for a total of 30 minutes. Another leg court, actually. At least Danny was able to get a racket on it. 8-7, though I'm sure the challenge team is happy with this start going up against the MVP candidate. Still hasn't loosened up yet. We've seen Sam sometimes takes a little bit longer, but he hasn't swung out fully yet.
Yep, and I like it. I think, you know, Danny kind of plays that higher, slower ball. There's a little bit of shape. He doesn't give Sam much pace to work with. And it's also very intimidating. Like, at this point, he's already played Danny once before, right? So you know he's not going to give you much, which is also super intimidating.
There's loosening up a little bit more. +2, second winner of the day, 10-8 Jacksonville. When you hit a clean winner, you go back and you serve on the same side.
Something Sam's done a lot this year. He's starting to realize all those winners.
Those winners make a huge difference. We've seen a lot of matchups where they might be even in actual points scored, but with our format and the +2, how much of a difference it can be.
And JY, I'm gonna throw a jinx out here right off the bat because I'm looking at the stat scoreboard here, and it says we're serving 90% both guys, which I love to see. In the beginning of this format, early in the summer, we saw a lot of serve. We'll see if I can jinx Danny here, but the serving has been phenomenal so far in this match. Oh yes.
Oh, no, he's not going to be happy with that. Interesting. I feel like he just got undecided. I think he wanted to. It's one of those like in the volley where it's going out, but you still hit it anyway. You didn't know what to do.
And he ended up giving it the easiest one possible. I like it when he's just been tapping him. When someone gives you a tough ball in the corner, it's really not a bad play.
And so you see it was 12-10 right before that point, but 3 winners, so that +2 helping. You know, Danny's actually 1 more point, but Sam had the +2s to give him the lead.
And that's the only tough part about the way Danny plays is he's not going to get many 2-pointers. Like, I'm pretty sure he doesn't know what that area inside the service line looks like. It's uncharted territory. He's like Christopher Columbus every time he goes up there. So how is he going to get a 2-pointer from ripping behind the baseline like he is there? It's not going to be easy for him.
Well, let's see. Christopher Columbus finally found a place to land. Will Danny find his home at the net later on? But before we find out, we see our first substitution of the day. Jose Galvez will be taking over Danny's spot. Each team gets an unlimited amount of substitutions, and just as Jacksonville starts to pull away right there, Jose comes in with the +2 winner. Welcome to the Intense League, Jose.
Hey, when you serve wide and you hit a good kicker and get someone stretched out, there's a great chance they're going to catch it late like that. But this is where, okay, so Samantha, 4 points, not a big deal. He came with a 2-point winner. In my mind, I had 6 or 7 points as that imaginary number where I was going to call my first timeout. And I said, if we get down by 6 or 7, let's just slow it down, see what's going on. Does not look comfortable on that forehand.
That looks shaky.
Yeah, we might need to get my boy Naresh or Danny back in there. It's a little nervy on the forehand side there.
This is where you'd like to see Samantha Crawford, the challenge team coach, just tell Jose, hey, just swing out, get those nerves out, swing out. Don't just push balls in play.
Yep.
I think that's one of the best things that players can do. If you're nervous, you actually swing faster.
Yep. And again, it's no sweat. He got his feet wet, but now we're at 8. Samantha, I want to see her lurking over there. No, she's just applauding right now. But we don't want to let this get out of hand. You know Sam is not only great, but he's a great front runner too. So once he builds a lead, it's tough sledding uphill.
And you see him start to loosen up right there. Jose did touch it, so it looks like it's only going to be +1. But he's already getting that speed up on all his shots. 21-12, under 2 minutes left.
Stokke is seeing Naresh, it looks like, getting ready. 2 points. He's picking the racket up. That's 1. Yep. I think after this point, win or lose, I think he's coming in. And actually, interesting, I was telling you before, Naresh was Instagramming me, or DMing me on Instagram about tennis tips and whatnot, and asking me if this was like a legitimate league when I was commentating last time, and then he came here and competed for a spot, which was awesome.
Well, we do appreciate you saying we are a pretty legitimate league
after
100%. Being here once.
Oh, I love it.
There
There's
he
nowhere
is.
I'd rather be. Okay, I was 1 point late on that, but here's my boy, Naresh from NC Central, Durham School.
That's right.
Right down the road from where I went to school. Look at right in.
Where'd you go to school?
Bull City, Durham, Duke University. And that's why I'm here again for the math all weekend.
Everyone has their strengths. Stokke has his. 23-14. We know what Sam's is. It's winning.
It's a great slice from Sam.
I think the challenge for Naresh, what we want to see, he had an unbelievable kick serve in the challenge series, both Thursday and Friday. His serve was what absolutely dominated. But in our format, server wins. And so Sam can rack up a lot of points if Naresh doesn't loosen up pretty soon to get to his strength.
Yep. And the other tricky thing, too, is, you got a lefty forehand. Usually they love to hook that to the backhand. Ooh, underhand serve.
Oh, and I don't think Sam was ready, so I actually think that was going to work out if it went in. So in our format, it is true server's pace. Returner's not ready. Too bad, your problem. Naresh trying to take advantage. Coming up on the last point here of the first men's singles bolt. All right, Naresh at least swinging out, but Sam doing what he needs to do. 26-15, 11-point lead. I wouldn't say Sam's totally loosened up, but I also don't think he's had to, Stokke.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm already a little worried for the challenge team. Sam started off slow, a little nervy. Danny was solid. Once we got all 3 players in there, I think Samantha did that just to let them all get their feet wet. But I honestly think Danny right now looks the most comfortable of all of them. And with an 11-point gap, this is going to be tough to overcome.
Yeah, it's going to see if they can bring that energy a little bit more. They got a team huddle going on for the challenge team. Claudio's coaching up Sam, so they want more of this because Claudio understands he's seen comebacks come before, and Sam still hasn't played his best tennis, so they need him to step up a little bit more so there's no comeback. And Kelly's going to be with Sam courtside to get his thoughts on that first bolt.
Well, Sam, you saw all 3 of their singles players. What's the key to kind of adjusting on the fly to every different style you're seeing?
At least make them play. Sometimes you look at them and be like, oh, I know this guy has a really good forehand, but they're coming on cold, so make him play, make him do the winning. I've already got a bit of a lead, so I just lock it down and make them try beat me now.
When you talk about the lead, you seem to really loosen up once you have that lead, and it just seems like you can extend. How differently do you play once you're there?
Yeah, unfortunately, a bit too differently. And maybe I would get the lead a bit earlier on if I started that loose, but it's just how it is.
Lastly, Jonathan has mentioned your serve. Feels like it looks a lot better today. Have you been working on it?
Always working on it. That's nice of him to say. I don't know. I hope it keeps going like that.
All right, Sam, thank you. There you go, Jonathan. There's your answer. Bolt number 2, Sam Nicholson, back out on the court here shortly, guys.
All right, great thoughts from a confident-sounding Sam Nicholson. We're going to have our men's singles second bolt coming up, but we have a special guest that's going to be joining us right now, Walter Predikman. Walter, how are you?
Oh, guys, thank you so much. I'm doing great.
Well, thank you for joining us. Where are you joining us from? Because you've been around the world, traveling, coaching. Where are you right now?
Right now I'm in Brazil. I'm in north of Brazil in a city called Fortaleza. I came here to teach some clinics here. I'm going back to Rio tomorrow.
Okay, so I have to ask you, though, because I think you were born in Argentina, correct?
Yeah, I was born in Argentina, but I lived in Europe. I live in the United States also, and for a long time in Brazil.
Okay, because we have a special connection, mi familia argentina, por eso pregunto.
Bueno.
But for now, we'll keep it in English for everybody. So, Walter, you got to play college tennis University of Houston, correct?
Yeah, I went to Houston from 82 to 85, and then I started coaching professionally, so many players.
And because of that, you've coached around the world, you've coached so many players, so many big events, Davis Cup as well, but here we have another team format that's very different. What do you think so far about what you've seen with all these rules?
Listen, I got to know Intense Tennis through my good friend Marcelo Ferreira, and really thrilled about it. I think it's a very good option also to play some players that cannot make a lot of living in Pro Tour. Kids that just come out of college, and the format is very interesting, you know. It's very nice for young people to follow, and it's easy to people to understand what's going on, you know.
Yeah, and with all the coaching that you've done, as Naresh there hits a ace for 2 points right there, a clean winner counts as 2 points. 27-20 for Jacksonville over the challenge team. Challenge team playing a little bit better. You know, with all your experience coaching, as juniors look at trying to get into professional tennis, what are 1 or 2 things you've found that are very important for them to focus on?
Listen, I just saw a guy that was so excited because the guy came to the volley and the ball was obviously going out, but he still volleyed, so he got the winner. He made 2 points. So that's very smart, you know. You start to think more, think some different things, and also having one serve. If they go back to play a regular tennis or whatever you call it, you're gonna be better if you play under pressure all the time.
Here, Naresh is going to serve again as we come back from the timeout. JY and Jonathan Stokke here with Walter Predikman, longtime professional tennis coach, has been all around the world with so many players, especially Fernando Meligeni, incredible player there from Brazil, and you're there down in Brazil. So what are these clinics that you're also working there in Brazil right now?
No, right now I'm working with some juniors. I traveled the circuit 27 years.
Wow.
And I see that you're Albone, you're Guillermo's son?
Yes.
Oh, great. Your dad played fantastic tennis. Such a nice player. So I coach one of your dad's friends, Roberto Arguello.
Oh, wow. Yes, the connection. Here we go.
Yeah. I coached Arguello for one long season and was a great player too. But this is fantastic. What you're doing right now, I think, is very interesting. It's very nice even to make tennis more popular and easy to follow and to keep track of it.
Yeah, it's definitely trying to create another pathway where players have salaries, their expenses paid. We know how difficult it can be. Professional tennis players right now have to pay for everything themselves, and it's tough when every tournament is also around the world. Walter, just one last question for you. If you had to give just one piece of advice for, what does it take to become a professional tennis player, what would you be telling juniors to focus on?
To learn the game. Learn the game. Learn what this is about. Because it's very easy to learn a forehand, learn a backhand. You get in shape and all that. That's pretty easy. But understanding what this is about, what is attacking, what is defending, what is playing neutral, and from there start going on. That's what I focus a lot.
Wonderful. Walter, thank you so much for joining us on this special championship weekend, and hopefully we can connect some more after this.
Okay, thank you so much. Say hi to Marcelo if you see him, okay?
I will.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for the...
Thank you, Walter. And Marcelo will be back tonight. I already see him walking the ground as Atlanta is going to be trying to clinch a title tonight. The first ever Intense League champions. 34-25. Sam Nicholson still in on the near side for Jacksonville. Danny Muminovic back in. Challenge team hanging around, Stokke.
Yeah, Naresh, while we were talking there, had a bunch of great serves, a couple two-pointers. You know what? I was really worried this was going to get out of hand, but 9 points, this is totally doable right now. Yeah, that break and the bolt and the timeout, Samantha did a great job coaching, got it organized, so the lead hasn't blown out of proportion. 30-25. We do have one more 10-minute singles bolt for the men after this, and then the women's singles will be coming up. And he sends that return a little far too long. I saw him in the Challenge Series. He's been trying to learn how to play more aggressive. Not necessarily by coming forward, but with these opportunities really amping up his acceleration. I still haven't as big as he did in Thursday and Friday, and I wonder how much of that is just, hey, now you're under the lights. I heard this with golf, but it's probably difficult if you care. So like I said, I watched him warming up, and his hand is loose. He's just letting it rip. He's ripping balls low over the net. And then right here, you can see it's a little slower, a little bit more shape. And that's a really good ball, just not when you're playing Sam Nicholson. Like, that was a quality what he just hit, and Sam moved up and took it so easily. There's Claudio Pistolesi, the Italian coach, Jacksonville. He's going to be as locked in as it gets once that clock is rolling. And we'll see. Samantha Crawford was here yesterday watching the Challenge Series, so she saw how Danny was playing his best, and we'll see if she's going to get him back to what that was. Very interesting to see. 18.5 minutes court time for Sam. The 4 winners right there, just helping him a lot. I like the way Claudio's wearing that hat today. I used to always get worried. Me and my friends would always laugh. We'd say if someone was showing up and it looked like they hadn't spent a lot of time getting dressed in the wardrobe room, that means they got a lot more productive thoughts going on, like what they're going to do on the tennis court and how they're going to coach. It's kind of like that mad scientist, the genius, and he's a fantastic coach. That's why I've long held the belief, why was Roger Federer so good yet looked so absolutely perfect? I feel like somebody was taking care of that for him. It wasn't him. He was locked in. Absolutely. Yeah, you got to have a team doing that. Yeah, there's Samantha Crawford as she's watching her team on. Former junior U.S. Open champion, had her career ended short, multiple knee surgeries. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was at least 4 on the same knee. It's amazing that she even fought back to have that many. I think after 1 or 2, I'd be discouraged, but she was an incredible player. I actually knew her when she was really young, about 12 or 13, and she was already a good player then. She worked her way up, but you can see now, she's looking at the clock, she's looking at Danny.
Going live
behind, like to your backhand and pulling you out. So just try to cut it off like a little bit more, or like read it.
Porter, stay low, and breathe. Good breathing, open eyes, take the right decision, step in when it's short. That's what you need. Stick with your sinks, that's it. Good serve now, let's go.
You hear Claudio saying to breathe there, and it sounds like such common sense, but I can't tell you how many times I was holding my breath when I was playing, especially in big moments.
And what people don't realize with breathing is that, you know, you're so jacked up, your heart rate when you're competing. Multiple things happen if you don't get that heart rate down. You get tired quicker, you get tense, it's hard to swing out. So by actually breathing, you actually relax your muscles and you slow your heart rate down, which increases your endurance in the match. And then you can also play better, think better, everything. It is unbelievable how important breathing is.
The #1 stroke killer in tennis is tension, physical tension. And breathing, taking a little box breath, a big inhale in and out, that is a great way to relax your body and relax your hand.
And Nares, as he just misses that serve wide. Kelly Kroll courtside, seeing all the action there.
Yeah, you guys saw Sam kind of tip that one up into the stands. I guess there's a fan that's really getting after him right now. And you know that's what we encourage here. Get loud, scream a little bit. So Sam's letting him know. He hears him, he sees him, and he's just going to show him on the court how good he is. But I got to show this ball off. JY, I don't know if you like to see that. This is how hard Sam is hitting the ball right now. We've got covers coming off this afternoon. And he did tell me his mom tunes in every week he's on the court from Brighton. So, hello, Mama. I hope you're very, very proud of Sam out here. He's every week. We enjoy watching him, don't we, guys?
Jacksonville squad dominated easily with 58.
Why is that one connected? All right, let's take a look at the highlights after Sam Nicholson really steps up there. You know, Naresh Bharadwaj started to serve much better, but kept them in it. But this was right about the time that Sam Nicholson loosened up, started to play significantly better, started to rack up the +2s. You're starting to wonder, okay, challenge team's hanging around, what's going to happen next? But with Sam, the biggest difference has just been the way he's been stepping up and just loosening up as the match goes on. He's just doing an incredible job. And Kelly, you don't have anyone talking to you, so the show's all yours right now.
I know, they've started telling me no already, JY. Can you believe it? It's still the first season. I'm getting turned down. No, I'm kidding. But Claudio, that is who we will hear from eventually. If Sam keeps on this stretch, which he is headed back out for the third bolt, it's something we've become accustomed to. All 10 minutes of each 3 bolts. Sam Nicholson, he keeps, it seems like, loosening up more and more, getting better and better. And the one word his coach, I told you before the match, kept pushing for his entire team this afternoon was courage. And he wanted Sam specifically to come into the net more, be courageous at the net more. Could be why we might even see him in doubles. But we've seen that a couple times in this match. And who knows, in the third bolt, we might see even more of it. Jonathan, if that serve is as good as you've been talking about this afternoon.
Thanks, Kelly, as we get ready for the third and final men's singles bolt. I mean, Jonathan, what's so impressive about Sam, you always have 2 kinds of players. Everybody starts off nervous, right? But some, when they don't start off playing their best, absolutely freak out and play even worse and they say, I can't play, I'm just too nervous, blah, blah, blah. Sam, like, I mean, we saw him hit 2 of the worst shots that I've seen hit all year. Doesn't phase him.
Yeah, but you know what, though? I mean, it doesn't phase him because he has a stack of evidence that he's that guy. I mean, all he does is win, right? So if he's ever struggling, he misses 2, 3 balls, he has a bad 2 minutes in a bolt, he can look back and go, hey, I've been here, and not only have I been here, but I've dominated and succeeded. So that's the benefit of all the good work he's done, is he can have confidence in those difficult moments.
All right, 59-31, I'm JY Abona. Jonathan Stokke here. We'll be with you all weekend for championship weekend. Kelly Kroll's also courtside. But Jonathan, I mean, I know you say that, but I think that's more shows the professionalism of Sam. You know, we've talked in the past about coaching players, how the second one thing goes wrong, they just hang on to it. It's the worst thing ever because they have to be perfect.
Yeah.
Right? And they can't let it go. Sam has this ability of just not dwelling on mistakes.
Yeah, well, he has that ability, and part of it is the format as well, right? We got to move on quickly, but like, this is something I wanted to see. So he had a massive lead to start the third bolt, and I was like, is he going to be relaxed? Is he going to start getting bored? You know, they're winning the men's portion here. He's been just as good. Like, it's just the way he operates, of course. My fault there, Sam. The double fault on me, but he has that point-by-point mentality. He's taking it like a pro, and that's part of the reason why he's been the best player in the league so far.
61-32, Danny Muminovic on the far side, been a veteran of the league as he's been playing here every week. I think he's qualified 4 times now for the challenge team. So he's going to see if he can somehow claw their way back into it. So the people who didn't have to claw their way into this was our sponsors who've been joining us from the beginning, supporting this amazing, groundbreaking league. Solinco, Yonex, I've been saying that one extremely well since you taught us. Emory Sports Medicine, you know, thoughts and prayers to everybody that had to go through that terrible incident yesterday, not too far from here. Body Armor, Acrotech Sport, Bose, Delicious, thank you so much. Championship weekend here. As Sam, with that lead, will finally take a little bit of a break. Very kind of Claudio.
I was wondering if Claudio was going to let him put his feet up a little bit. I mean, you get a 27-point lead or whatever it is. I mean, let him put his feet up a little bit, especially if he's going to play some dubs today.
Max Benson in on the near side. Double specialist, but it has been number 2 in the singles depth chart. If anybody else has played, it's been him. And that's going to be a +2 for Danny Muminovic. One of his few winners today, only his second one. Still -12 when he's been on the court. So.
Well, I mean, look, I mean, there should be a rule that the challenge team, the coach comes in, and you should not have to face Sam Nicholson in match 1. Like, I'm looking at Samantha over there, and I feel like her head's spinning. She's like, what the hell's going on? You know, we got this guy coming in, he's just lacing BBs, he's not missing, he's serving great. That's just tough for everybody involved.
The only team I've seen really step up to Sam, besides you, but there was 2 things in common, because you had Naoto start for you, right? Yep. And Sam Frizzell was the other one. I think Sam actually lost. Too bad I wasn't prepared to talk about that one, but I just remembered the 2 things, what Naoto did and Sam did. They played more aggressive than Sam.
Yep.
They took it to him.
Yep, early on, like we said, before he gets comfortable, if you take it to him, you can get the scoreboard in your favor, there becomes a little bit of pressure. But yeah, Naoto was the electric factory, he's hitting everything fast. Right now, Danny, I mean, he's solid, but I think that ball right there is also kind of a joy to hit at times. And so someone like Sam who's full of confidence, that's tough. Now Max is in just in mop-up duty here.
And you see, that was a ball that was to be hit by Danny. He just didn't look comfortable setting up and really taking a cut.
And this is where you use, like, look, this bolt is over, but this is where you can use it to build your game for the future. So if playing more offensive is something Danny wants to do, this is the time to take a risk. I mean, you lose by 20 or you lose by 40, no one really cares. And he might be in doubles then, right? And you're not going to be able to play defensively in doubles, so he's got to step up and be more aggressive.
And the only thing is, you know, it doesn't look like he's so calm right now. I don't think he's sweating too much, so I think he'll be fine for doubles. Want to see him? Okay, there's a little bit more right there. There was a little bit of pop on that forehand.
Yeah, I'd love to see him throw it. Oh, well, this is just, I mean, Claudio, this is just mean.
This is mean.
I mean, what are we doing here? This guy's out for blood. I kind of like it, though.
I think that's good. Get Max in a little bit, get him warmed up for doubles later. You have to think long term, got to invest a little bit early because there are no warm-ups in the Intense.
Oh my God.
What a forehand.
And now he's just hitting jumping backhands. But there is something to be said for staying in rhythm. You know, this is something he does. He plays a majority of the 3 bolts. He's going to have a match tomorrow. Like, do you want to get him out of rhythm and doing something differently, or do you just want to keep it on schedule even though the match is out of hand? I mean, look at
Huge
that.
forehand return, 66-41. Sam Nicholson in Jacksonville on the near side. Sam has played over 29 minutes so far.
And he looks exactly the same as minute 1. That's the sad part. He doesn't look any more tired. He doesn't look any less focused. And again, he's just getting better. If you compare this to the first couple points, he's striking the ball way better.
Great footwork right there. Look at the way he times those little steps. Not sure he meant to do that, but he'll take it. +2 for Danny as he goes back to serve on the same side.
And honestly, I'm looking at Danny's stats up there on the board, -10. That's honestly not that bad when you're going through the 3 bolts knowing that Sam is +24. Danny's actually held his own okay today. It's just tough to play full 30 minutes and obviously tough to go against Sam for that long.
Yeah, I think it was when they put Jose Galvez in. I don't know if he won a point. Love him, but performance hasn't showed up, and the problem is you don't get too much time to work your way in this format. You're either good or you're going to be out pretty quick unless your name's Sam Nicholson.
Yep, you got to show up and you got to produce right away with no warm-up against a guy who's in rhythm on one court with everybody watching. So I hope that didn't sound easy to anyone watching at home, because it's certainly not.
Yep, 68-44, last 4 minutes. Not just of this men's singles bolt, but of the men's singles portion. Women's singles will be coming up after. Yeah, that's a big serve.
There you go.
Oh, good touch, but still an even better point by Sam. Racking it up right now.
And that's what Claudio was talking, right? Having courage to come in. This is the time to experiment with it. And like we said, confidence comes from stacks of evidence. And the more Sam can come to the net here and put away some volleys, that can help him in the future.
All right, they're starting to swing through the court a little bit better. Samantha Crawford, I would say she was happy with that point, but I think she's looking up the scoreboard and be like, okay, can you do that 70 more times? Hey, Samantha, it's JY here. Can you hear me?
Yes. How's it going?
Well, I'm going to ask you that. How's it going?
I feel like we started off not bad, and it's gone a little bit worse since then, but hanging in there still.
So, but Danny there, he's only -13 when he's on the court. It's not terrible. How are you thinking of managing him? Do you want to keep him in, or are you looking for somebody else there?
Yeah, I think we're going to stop soon here. But he's been closing the gap soon for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Samantha. Good luck the rest of the way as Danny's going to try to come to the net right there. A +2, as you see in our rules here. If you hit the serve and it hits the net, but it goes in, we play it. Okay, Danny's starting to loosen up a little bit, though I've said that 6 times, and it's never really transferred into anything else. So.
Well, I mean, being down 13 points total when you're playing Sam kind of is loosening up. Like, that's a pretty good performance by all standards. And again, I think we should write that in the guest coach's contract, that you don't have to face Sam in the first match, first bolt. I mean, just so tough. Because again, like she said, they started off okay, and then he just kind of ran away with it. Look at that.
That's tough. +2 right there. As we go down to Kelly. Do we have a timeout here? What do we have?
We do have an official timeout for technical difficulties. So according to Sebastian, you guys. So no, what I wanted to say was that I feel like Sam is channeling his inner Max Benson right now. This is the most animated we've seen him all year, and I think he's been a little bit maybe hearing it from one of the fans in the stands if you missed it earlier, and he's getting back after it. You can see him, but I know we want to go in and listen to the coaches, so let's go ahead and do that.
One more if you need. One more minute. You want me to put Max?
Give me like 15 more seconds. Because I still feel like anything can happen and they can come back.
Okay, stay here. Stay all the way. But it's good that we have marked them out. If you really need to call me, I'll go do one more.
Yeah,
I have one more. Take your time, breathe. You're doing very good. Doing very good. Aim a little bit shorter on the return when you step in. You got a great passing shot, unbelievable. Let's go. Give me a good serve now. High chest and high chin.
All right, after this match, yeah, we got our fan up there who's been heckling Sam. By the way, rule number 1 in heckling, if you're heckling someone and they build a 27-point lead, you stop heckling because it's clearly not working, it's just firing them up. But I thought it was so funny right there. Sam said, give me 15 more seconds because I still feel like they can come back, anything can happen. I'm gonna have a math class with him in the cafeteria after this. I don't think 25 points in a minute and a half is gonna be happening, Sam.
I don't even think he knows the score. I think he just he just blacks out once he steps on the court and just plays until somebody says stop.
Yeah, he's just murdering people out there. That's all he knows.
If you look at the score too much, I think as a player that's when you can think too much. I think he just plays.
Well, in this format where every point matters, why wouldn't you just keep playing, right? Oh, there he goes.
Sam Nicholson there accidentally, I don't know, it looked like he kicked the ball. I mean, I don't think he was very frustrated.
Yeah, Sam accidentally kicked that ball just out of, like, you know, frustration of the point with no intent, and it accidentally hit someone in the head over here for the challenge team.
I think he hit Samantha Crawford, and right now the league official is with our new league commissioner, Barry Fulcher, who is there watching sideline. I think Sebastian is just confirming with Barry how they want to handle this. Taking a look at the rule book.
You didn't do it on purpose.
It's not on purpose. When you fix it, it still hits her in the head.
No, it's bad luck. Sorry.
So if you didn't hear the rule, that was Barry Fulcher.
He hasn't said anything yet. He's not bullying. Claudio, that's enough. That's enough. We'll talk about it after. We'll talk about it after.
I'm going to answer something. You don't say anything to me.
The penalty, 5-point penalty awarded to the challenger team. Nicholson has to sit for the rest of the men's match.
So they have to adjust the score. So for those of you, just in case you couldn't hear it right there, that is going to be a 5-point penalty and a 5-minute penalty box. So the first of its kind this season. So even though Claudio was trying to argue right there that it wasn't on purpose, it doesn't matter. He still did it, right? We've seen a lot of times it's not so much about your intention, it's just the action, and he did hit Samantha Crawford on the side of the head.
He's not bullying.
It did
He's
look
doing the same.
not too,
doing the same thing.
Didn't look too aggressive,
Claudio,
but still 5-point penalty, and Sam is going to have to sit out in 5 minutes. 75-56. Claudio is now. It's interesting that they have such a big lead, but now the fan is bothering them.
Oh, I'm here for the drama, man. This is great. I want to see a Claudio versus fan singles match after this. This is phenomenal. And by the way, badge of honor for Sam, first penalty box, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Hey, there's got to be a first, right?
Well, you know, Kelly mentioned it, and I thought the same thing in his interview, showing a little bit more emotion. Maybe it's not too emotional for most people, but for Sam, that's more than what he normally shows, and there you should go. Right after the point, I wasn't too happy with his slice approach. Just give a little kick. Unfortunately, I think he needs to stick to tennis. He's almost knocked out the other coach. Max Benson jumping in to finish off the men's singles there. And we'll see if +2 right there. Still down a lot for the challenge team, but let's see how many points Danny can rack up now that Sam Nicholson is sitting down. Okay, got a couple. Yep. Take it, because if Sam was there, who knows?
Yeah, Danny, -5. That's a really solid performance. It's just...
That's pretty good when you're playing against Sam most of the time. 77-59, saw our first penalty box of the season, a 5-point penalty going against Jacksonville as we look at highlights, Jonathan.
Yeah, obviously Max getting sprinkled there in the third bolt. Sam playing a lot, you know, obviously bad luck. He's softly kicking a ball into what he thinks into the net. It accidentally hits Samantha. But again, that's something we've seen in all sports, right? Those accidents happen, and that's why you want to keep your head on your shoulders. But strong performance. Like I said, I thought he was serving way better, taking balls early, and even finishing some of the net, which was super impressive.
Yeah, Sam Nicholson showing why England hasn't won the World Cup in a long time. But we'll go down courtside with Kelly, who's with Claudia.
But he was a big part of winning the men's singles here today. Claudia, how proud are you of the growth that Sam has made this season so far?
Yeah, very proud. We have a good connection. We have really, now is 2 months or more that we have every day almost together communication, and he's working, and really like, he's a great person, not only a great player. I will do anything to help him even after the season.
What did you think he did well here this afternoon?
It happened already that at the beginning he's a little bit rusty and a bit too high on his center of the balance, so stay lower, a bit too far, stay closer to the baseline. Once he stays closer to the baseline, everything works well, go in the right place, have to serve good, and just have to feel. It doesn't have to sink, you just have to feel.
We saw the most emotion and maybe animation from him all season, and maybe the same with you, because you had a fan that was getting after you guys a little bit, didn't you?
No, just joking. You know, as I was told that, as they joke, we joke back. It's fun. You know, it's a part of the fun experience. So it's also part of the coach experience. Finally, we are free to joke back. You know, and we are not punished. Yeah, but of course there is a need to put some borders, because when you go into the bullying and to the stalking, then is a reason to think about. I guess in the other sport the same. Yes. You see what's happened now in the basketball, women. They throw the, you know.
Yeah, we can't have any of that here. That's going too far, Claudia.
Yeah, when this, well, we have to be careful with this bullying people. There's always one or two, but it doesn't matter. We're just joking, you know, joking around. That's fine.
Well, we're enjoying it. You go coach up the women. We've got the women's singles bolts on the way. Thank you.
Yeah, all the best. Thank you.
We'll take a quick look at the match summary right there. Not too big of a win right there in that first bolt, 26-15 for Jacksonville, but that second bolt when they were really trying to mix in, Jose, Naresh, and Danny really trying to figure it out, loosened up. Sam did, and then just really dominated. And Jacksonville came back there, even with the 5-point penalty for Jacksonville. Challenge team still would have won that. So we'll see how the women do coming up next. Women's singles, stay with us.
I don't know what dirt people are digging up on me that they can trash talk me on, but you never know what people might find. Yeah, I definitely take pride in my fitness. That's kind of my superpower on the tennis court.
More superhero or supervillain?
I'm definitely more of a superhero than a supervillain. I feel like the villains in Intense are going to be off the court. I think some of the outside fans and distractions could be a make or break deal in this league. The fans have free reign here. That's what's so cool about it. You can cheer whenever you want. If they keep chirping, then I'm just going to have to raise my game and silence them through my tennis. We're going to have to really just dial in and focus on what we can control, which will be less than usual. Hopefully there's no villains out there.
Sam Nicholson and play for Jacksonville. From Brighton in England, born in Bath. I got started because I had a lazy eye, my right eye, and the doctor said you need a ball coming at you. I used to wear the eye patch and everything to strengthen up the weak one. Fuel came early on, just enjoying running about, the feeling of exercise, and then later on is winning, is the joy, and I saw the opportunity you can get with college through tennis, and so I thought, like, that's a great opportunity, leave home, come to America, see what else I can do. For me, it's the first time here in playing for Intense. I'm grateful I heard about it. Again, it's just tennis opening up doors. There's no, like, I have this chip on my shoulder. It's, you know, I'm lucky to play tennis and I'm just here to win, really.
We are back. It's championship weekend here at the Intense Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. The challenge team is going up against Jacksonville, and Sam Nicholson put on another great performance, though didn't have to play too much and actually got kicked out. 5-minute penalty box, seeing our first penalty of the Intense season. I'm JY and Jonathan Stokke here. Thanks for bringing about a first of its kind here.
Hey, man, I'm glad I got to witness it. I'm glad Samantha's okay. Like you said, it wasn't the best kick from Sam that we've ever seen, but good tennis and bad soccer skills.
Yeah, I can see why England did not choose to move Sam into their World Cup route one day, but now they got women's singles are going to be coming up next as the challenge team is struggling a little bit, started to come back there, even with Sam back in. I mean, we saw Danny only -5, right, for his performance. That's pretty good.
Right, the guys did a good job. I mean, look, they got smoked, but you got smoked by the best player. You got beat, they didn't necessarily lose. And now we've got the women's singles coming up, which I've been excited to see, because I want to see, are the Jacksonville women going to step up and not only win, but hopefully win by a lot and build their confidence moving forward? That's going to be pretty tricky to see.
Yeah, you know, Jacksonville women are winless on the year. Kristina Wozniak did play for them for a couple weeks, did not get re-signed. Well, she came here for the challenge team, and now she gets to go up against Jacksonville. I wonder if she's going to have a chip on her shoulder. She's going to have Joey Chan, San Diego State. I believe it's San Diego State.
Aztecs. And I remember
Aztecs,
Joey because
yes.
she used to play against some of my junior girls growing up. She was a great player, a top 25 national player, good athlete. So I'm excited to see how she's hitting the ball as well.
Yeah, and then they got Addie Rogan, top 25 in the country, junior tennis player, winner of 16's Easter Bowl and clay courts doubles. So we'll see how each of these teams are going to really step up here as we go down to the coin toss with Sebastian Nunez.
This is the start of our ladies singles. Jacksonville is the host. Challengers with a call. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads is the call. It's heads. Challengers to serve. Good match.
All right, the challenge team chooses to serve. It's something you don't always see, especially with the one serve, one toss rule.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be what I would have liked to start out with, coming right out of the gate, but she obviously looks confident. She called it right away.
Well, let's see how she does. Yes, she does. What a serve. Oh my, that's why you do it.
Hey, when you know your own game, you roll with it. Start out with
+2. What a start right there. Defying the usual rituals for players in this format to elect to receive at times. Kristina Wozniak, Mississippi State alumni in on the far side for the challenge team. Sophia Johnson in on the near side. So you can see two scores on your screen, 78-61. That's the overall team score. But then inside of the overall team score, we're gonna have 3 matches going on. Women's singles being one of them. And if the women win their portion of the match, no matter what happens in the overall, they at least get some prize money there. So the women are going to try to cut into the overall team lead, but then also win outright the women's singles. Wow, big serve. Big start. She's played in this format. She's played in this arena. She is what we would call a veteran. Also took part in the preseason events that we had. She was so excited to be able to come back. And she's just letting it go, and why not? She's feeling great.
Okay, look, if she kept making another one of those flat ones right off the bat, I'd be like, this is epic stuff. But clearly she's going for it, which, you know, look, she already had an ace, so she's forced an error. She had an ace. She misses one. She's up 3-1 on the serve, right? That's a good ratio. She's going to have to monitor that as it goes on. I find it hard to believe she's going to keep up that level of quality in the serve without missing so much, but we'll see.
Sophia Johnson in on the near side, serving for Jacksonville, top 10 in the country, playing for Old Dominion. Has done a very solid job playing for Jacksonville this year. Arguably had the most power out of any female that is in the Intense League.
Yep, I watched her warm up today, and that's the thing that stood out right off the bat. I'm not sure she plays anyone who hits harder than her. The key for Kristina will be, can you keep it out of the strike zone? Can you mix it up enough? Can you look at Sophia and see what she doesn't look comfortable with? Is it a slice? Is it a high ball? But Sophia is not afraid to rip, that's for sure.
Yeah, 5-4, 1 point lead here in women's singles. How much of that is the Yonex?
By the way, speaking of Yonex, someone DM'd me on Instagram. You know the Yonex E-Zone?
Yeah.
They said it actually is the Easy One. That's how you're supposed to pronounce it. It's not the E-Zone, it's Easy One.
There's Samantha Crawford, the challenge team coach. Guess what we're going to do right now? We're going to look this up. All right.
It could be spam on my DM. You never know.
Well, they don't have the hyphen on it. So, dear Yonex, really appreciate you sponsoring our league. But we would love some clarity, because if you look right here on their website, it's still E-Zone. So it could be Easy One, it could be E-Zone. We just don't know.
I'm going to roll with it.
Easy
One. When you hit with power like that, it does make it look easy. But again, hey, this is the start you want if you're the women, and this is where Jackson.
Claudio Pistolesi having a very interesting finish to the men's singles bulge there as the fan was getting under his skin, but then also the 5-point penalty that went against them when Sam Nicholson accidentally kicked the ball into the side of Samantha Crawford's head, getting her something else to be worried about.
Yeah, if coaching a team against him wasn't enough, you got to be worried about. Now look, this is what we were saying earlier. Christina started out serving hot, but now we've got I think four of these Jacksonville points have been missed serves by Christina.
Yep. So she had that ace to get started. That's where the +2s can help so much. But now Sophia Johnson has hung around. They need to update the scoreboard. There we go. 8-7 for Jacksonville. 85-66 in the overall. 2 more women's singles bolts coming up after this.
And I think Sophia's a little similar to Sam, where in the beginning, I remember this when we played against her in the challenge team. She starts off a little slow, but I think once she gets comfortable to the speed of the ball, what her opponent is giving her, that's when she can, look at that. That's a better backhand right there already.
Great movement by Christina. Just an all-around, all-court player that can move left to right, but can Sophia overpower her?
Oof, good get.
There she goes, screaming at her team, telling them, let's go, come on, love it, the fire, she brings it.
I gotta be honest, I think that was directed right to the Jacksonville bench.
100%.
That's some intensity, I love it.
Max Benson's gonna give it right back to her, screaming at her. That's what Max does. He is team captain, team cheerleader. He leads the way. It is amazing how effective you can be, even just sitting on the sideline for your team.
I don't know how quickly we can mic someone up, but I want to mic up Christina and Max because they just have a running dialogue going between these points.
(10-8) for Jacksonville. 5 minutes left.
And hey, we're looking at Benson there. I mean, look, he's putting himself into this match, right? He's definitely helping Sophia. Christina's got half her attention on Sophia and half her attention on Max. That's a great thing for Sophia, right?
Now, that's what you want when you're on the bench. How can you impact it? One thing we've seen a huge difference with the teams that stay quiet on the sideline versus the teams that really engage and support the team members. And no one, absolutely nobody, does it better than either Max Benson or Vicky Flores. You can make an argument that those two are the leaders for their teams on the bench.
It's been so interesting. The first couple serves, Christina came out absolutely cracking it, and I think her last few serves probably have not been above 50 miles an hour. It's just like, we're all over the place here. We don't know what to expect.
That brings me back to the Sam Nicholson comment, right? Like, everything's great, you know, as long as everything's going great, but as soon as you miss one, confidence went down, speed dropped, hasn't really been helping, down 11-9.
Great half volley.
+2 right there by Sophia. Great defense to offense as Christina was trying to sneak in, but Sophia with that left-hand dip right there as Max Benson dances his way to a 13-9 lead for the women. Seen her first action of the weekend.
Wow, what a serve. Right off the bench, cold. 2 inches inside the line with good pace.
Did you pay all these players to use Yonex left and right?
2 inches inside the line with good pace.
Did you pay all these players to use Yonex left and right?
It's everywhere. Love the paint job on the new E-Zone there too, by the way. It's what I've been using lately.
I love the new Technifiber paint job, that blue one, but the Yonex dominating the court here as we were gonna see if Samantha was gonna call a timeout, but Claudio is the one who calls it.
You have to serve, you know?
And make sure you get all that amazing work.
Don't worry. They're annoying. Yeah. Ignore it. I'm trying to be respectful because I know these people and they don't care. No, they don't.
Can we see it?
Like 30 seconds.
Let me see your
You have time on your serve. You have time on your serve.
Oh my God.
Oh, you got it.
ATL, Intense. I love it. Thank you so much for participating. So once again, if you want to be like that, gentlemen, go get yourself some Intense version order on the west side.
Joey Chan taking advantage of the time in between right there, hitting a couple balls. Because there is no warm-up in the challenge team, so anything you can do to be warm.
Time to step in, you step in. All good. Just stick with what you're doing. You're doing good.
I think you heard Joey, you heard Christina, and you heard Samantha talking about, hey, the Jacksonville bench is being annoying. Hey, you still had the fan up there, right? You got people talking. Your job as a player is to block out the noise, right? It's good toss, good serve. That's all they need to be thinking about. once you give a voice to those players and you start looking at people talking to you, that's when it can get in your head a little bit and start affecting your game.
There you see the one serve, one toss rule. You only get one chance, and Joey misses that. So fault right there. I think the other side of it too, so a lot of people have a hard time blocking it out. The other thing you can do, embrace it. Take it in. Talk back to them, but it can't be in a way where they're just totally causing you to lose your focus. No focus lost by Sophia right there. +2. Jacksonville's loving that, bringing the energy on the sideline.
Well, a good rule of thumb for strategy or whatever it might be is think about what your opponent wants you to do and then don't give it to them, right? So if someone's talking trash to you, what do they want you to do? They want you to get frustrated and lose your focus. Certain times there's strategies. So right now, if you're a challenge team, you go, what does Jacksonville want? They want us to lose our minds. They want us to feel uncomfortable. Don't give them what they want. Both players taking a little bit of space behind the baseline to kind of get some time, get a rhythm.
Some good intentions. High, heavy, defending back there. Just missed it wide. One of those good misses players love to see.
I'm not, you know what, when you're behind the baseline, missing a ball wide is just a dagger into my tennis heart, JY. I can't have it. The deeper you are, the less angles. Now, a fast return through the middle like that, now she's speaking my language. I just want her to do that all the time. Her pace is so good. Why does she have to threaten the sidelines?
I don't know if you watched the match. I think it was the Atlanta-Jacksonville match at night last weekend, Saturday night. I think that was the one I gave you a shout out. I saw more balls missed wide. I'm like, Stokke's he's just gonna turn this off. There's no way he can handle this.
I was watching and the laptop got closed. I don't need to see balls going in the alley. I need more like that, deep through the middle. Look, when you have elite pace, you also probably have great depth. You don't also need to go wide. It's overkill. Just go rip through the middle, get some short balls, then she can work her way through the net.
2014 for Jacksonville women, 97-73 in the overall. Whoa, where'd that power come from?
Again, just what we're talking about. She stepped up and ripped the slow serve, but where did it go? Deep through the middle. Deep middle is an amazing tactic. I'm telling you, it's the easy one, Yonex. I'm calling it the easy one. It's not the E-zone anymore. By the way, the person DMing me could have just been spamming me. It could have been a bot, but I kind of like that. I kind of like the Yonex easy one.
Well, you may have just rebranded Yonex as Sophia has taken that forehand into a +2 winner, 23-15 to finish this first bolt, 100-74. Max Benson, Martine Gutierrez absolutely going nuts on the sideline, seeing their women continue to build on this lead. Stokke, man, it's solid.
Hey, I'm loving this, man. We got emotional chaos. We got trash talking. We got multiple substitutions. We have players coming out hitting a 100-mile-an-hour serve right off the bat, then hitting a 50-mile-an-hour serve. We got all kinds of crazy things going on, but I thought Sophia settled in about halfway through. Early on, it was kind of 6-all, 7-all, and then you saw she kind of hit her stride. We had a couple timeouts and substitutions, but again, Sophia's kind of got that elite pace that I think no one on the challenge team can really handle when they're going toe-to-toe.
And Sophia, great performance there. Let's see if she gives a great interview to Kelly now.
Yeah, well, she's grabbing a little hydration here because what a first bolt, Sophia. When did you feel like the rhythm really started to come to you? What started to fall into place there? It seemed like late you really had it going.
Yeah, I think the first few minutes is always tough, coming in cold for watching guys play for 30 minutes. So it's important to me to get to feel the ball as fast as I can.
You mentioned those guys. How big a lift do you get from Max over here and company when they're getting after you, the crowd, this other team, everything?
I mean, it's nice having teammates. The support is so loud. Like, it's so nice to have it. Kind of reminds me of college.
Tell me a little bit about Annabelle. If she steps in here, what you'd like to see her continue and build off from your first bolt.
She's an aggressive player, so if she keeps doing that and work around to her forehand, she's really got a good chance of getting a lot of points for us.
All right, thank you, Sophia. We appreciate it. Women's bolt number 2 on the way.
A happy Sophia, and why not after that first bolt? Second bolt coming up for the women. Challenge team still hanging around, so this is still a close match. Jacksonville needs to do a lot better there and try to build a bigger lead. It looks like Annabelle Thomas warming up. Max Benson maybe giving a little coaching to her right now. He's got the coach's walk.
He's doing it all. He's going to play doubles. He got a little spot start in singles. He's now talking trash. He's now coaching, bouncing around. He's all over the place today.
Do we have a 6th player award? We got to find a different name for that for the Intense League. But what he's done off the bench, incredible job as Annabelle Thomas, the most courageous player on that Jacksonville team. Favorite word, she defines it. She's going to be jumping in here She's going to be looking to use a lot of big forehands, come to the net, swinging volleys to get our second of 3 10-minute bolts right now.
And Annabelle's got a great all-court game, and this is where Jacksonville women, when you're talking about building confidence, they got to extend the lead. You know, they want to double this, triple this. They want to try to dominate this women's match. They have confidence moving forward to tomorrow. And the one weakness I've seen in Annabelle's game has been that serve.
It's a good forehand return. She loves to run around and attack with a forehand returns, and it's tough to really dictate where to serve when you only have one serve. There's Jo Yi Chen from Sugar Hill, Georgia, not too far from here. And that is a massive forehand. One's worked. That one was a shot out to our sponsors in the back.
Yeah, a bullet 10 feet deep. That's the one you're happy to only cost you 1 point when you miss it by that much. That's a better serve for Amanda, but I like that. It's just that she can get a little more topspin. Sometimes it looks like it's a little flatter with slice. There's just very little margin. When she gets that little bit of topspin on it, I've got confidence watching it. Thought I jinxed her.
I was wondering it as well.
Yeah, another great serve.
Does she touch it? She gets to it. Her +2 opportunity missed, but her team will still take that +1. Max Benson points to the crowd saying, how you like that? 27-16, 104-75. What are those two scores? Well, you got the overall team score that started with men's singles earlier today, and then that individual score, 27-16. The players, we have 3 matches going on, men's singles, women's singles, and then doubles. Whoever wins those portions adds onto the overall team score, but gets to take home some prize money.
And we got our firecracker back in here, Christina. Max already cheering against the missed serve. Want to know when these fireworks are going to start back up in bolt number 2.
And there's the ones that are getting into Max's head, but I don't know if you can get into Max's head. I think this is one of the things you can actually make him play better. Reminds me of Philip Rivers in San Diego Charger, I guess Los Angeles now.
Yeah, professional trash talkers. And so far, Annabelle missed the first serve of the day, and her last 4 or 5 have been the best. It's so much better than last time I saw her. So I'm really hoping this keeps up. And again, maybe it's the Sam Nicholson thing where they're not even working on it, it's just getting better by like osmosis, but they look awesome. Uh-oh.
All right, one serve, one toss rule. She tossed it, forgot about it, tried to hit it, but also foot faulted. Welcome to Intense.
I watched the panic happen there. She had no idea what to do. Look at this.
Great,
she started
sir.
to throw more pace in there. It's got good depth.
Nah, I don't like that. Back behind the baseline, open stance falling backwards. That's a coach's nightmare.
Yep, that's one. I mean, honestly, Samantha's new to the game, but that's I'm subbing you out right away. You're behind the baseline, fading away. There's no reason why you're threatening a sideline. Look at this. I can't even jinx her. We just keep talking about how good the serve is, and it just keeps getting better, actually. Maybe I'm losing my jinxing touch by the end of the season.
Well, complimenting Christina right there with a +2 winner. And there we get to take a look at Christina panicking midair, be like, oh no.
She's going to be paying someone in the truck to delete that footage, scrape it off social media.
Yeah, that's going to be in SportsCenter's not so top 10. 30-21 in the women's portion, 107-80. There you're taking a look at Christina Wozniak, Mississippi State grad. Ukrainian jumping in right now.
Now, 2 missed returns in a row from Annabelle. She's standing behind the baseline, but Christina's throwing in these cream puffs, right? Like these 50-mile-an-hour serves. I think she should be starting 5-6 feet closer so she has a little better rhythm. Right now, she has a lot of work to do to get up to that point.
The dropper brings her in. Nice, couple points in a row for Christina with the fist pump to the sideline. Samantha Crawford staying calm and collected, former junior U.S. Open champ. Not fazed by these lights.
And I'm absolutely loving this new scoreboard. We can see that Christina is a net 0, so she's won just as many points as she lost against Sophia and Annabelle. Ooh, that's a great ball.
+2 right there. There you jinxed it for Christina.
I'm back, baby.
But at least it was a winner. It wasn't an error, so I don't think they can call that a jinx.
It's good play, and Annabelle loves that inside in. She's so good at hitting that forehand of the deuce court. That's all right. She's still serving 78%, Annabelle. Only 2 missed serves. The quality has been great.
Donates it back. Sophia does not look to have the rack in her hand, so I think this is going to be all Annabelle for the remainder of this bolt, unless something goes horribly wrong. But Annabelle's hanging in just fine, as she is +1, so can't take her out for +1.
Yep, she's looked comfortable. She's looked good. And again, you got to get them all times. They all feel comfortable. Another great serve.
That's the side. Got to keep it away from her forehand. The backhand side has a tendency to either not be a winner or break down, so just have to keep it there. Great serve, and that's the problem. A lot of times players will go to the strength to open up the weakness. Annabelle made him pay.
Yeah, the last thing I would be doing is hitting a serve to Annabelle's forehand. I mean, I think she hits that return in her sleep. And again, you saw Joey actually hits the serve faster. And so because Annabelle's standing back, it was more in rhythm. So when Christina comes back in, I want Annabelle to create that same timing by being up inside the court.
Big forehand right there with the easy one right there.
Yes. The easy one. Hashtag easy one. It's taken off.
Nothing easy right there from Annabelle. Big +2 inside in winner. 37-26. Goes back to serve on the same side when you hit a clean winner here with the chip return from Joey.
Again, there's that forehand of the deuce court. She's so good with that ball. And she can hit it both ways, but you always want to take away someone's best shot. And if she likes ripping over there, you almost have to cover a little bit more and force her into her second best shot. So impressed with the serving today. There you go. See, made her go down the line, made her go to the ad court. It was a little less comfortable.
Very important for players to understand you can beat me here, but you can't beat me there. Taking it away. Jonathan Stokke, you sound like a little bit of a coach.
I apologize, Annabelle. I think she heard me ripping on that, and then she went inside out just to show she can do it. And again, she has it both ways, but I do think she prefers that inside in.
40-27. Kelly's gotten a lot of thoughts with Annabelle. She got to talk to her before this match started.
Specifically about how much she has been a part of these women's singles bowls, right? And yet, Jacksonville, outside of a challenge match win, had not won a women's singles match. And she's like, I take that personal because I've been such a big part of it. And she said it has kept her up at night, that it's been by 1 point when you think of it to Sion and 1 point to Michaela. So she's like, I got to be 1 point better when I'm out here today. But she did admit that, guys, she's grown from those moments and feels like now when she's in a tight match, which this not necessarily is, but could be, right? With the way the challenge team appears to be trying to come back. And she says, you know, I might play the cards a little differently. So I certainly find myself rooting for Annabelle, right? Because we've all gotten to know her and wanting to see her finally get one of these women's singles matches.
Yeah, we'll see, Kelly, how much those 1 point losses, and there was also another 2 point loss as well. We'll come back to Herdem in the tiebreakers tonight, where Atlanta and Tampa are playing with the championship still on the line. Atlanta's in first, but mostly just by those match tiebreakers. So Atlanta controls their destiny. We'll see how much more sleep Annabelle is going to lose after tonight, or if she's going to come back tomorrow wide awake, feeling fresh, with the championship still on the line, as it's 43-30 in the women's portion, 120-89 in the overall.
And unfortunately, the way it works in athletics is you usually learn a lot more from your losses. Ooh, baby.
So learn a lot from that one?
I don't think there's anything to learn from that serve right there. But with 1 point, 2 point losses, like I said, it's going to keep her up at night, and she's going to go back and go, why'd we lose? And I think a big reason why they lost a lot of those early was the serve was a major issue, and today it's been much improved.
They're missing that forehand down the line. That's the tough one that you were talking about earlier. It's not about one winner you hit, Stokke, where she got that forehand inside out. It's, can you do this over time? Annabelle still with a much better forehand inside in. There you go right there, forcing the error.
When you talk about strategy, you have to think about hundreds, not ones. So can Annabelle hit that forehand to the ad court 100 times in a row? I don't know that she can. She can do it a couple times. I think she can hit to the deuce court in her sleep. Literally, when she's asleep, I think she could rip one. So you want to make someone try the harder shot all the time and give up, hey, she hits one ball in the ad court, that's totally fine.
But when we're talking about cash money, we can talk about hundreds.
Yeah,
ones, right?
Yeah, exactly. We got some serious Benjamins on the line today. Oh, there's that 100-mile-an-hour serve again.
Yeah, Christina Wozniak's serve percentage dropping down to 58% overall, and you see 74 for Annabelle in Jacksonville. So no surprise, big difference right there in points won.
And I think we're all trying to still figure out what the best strategy for a serve is. My guess is around 75-80% is where you want to be. Because if you make all of them, that means you're not going for it and it's attackable. But obviously, with Christina making 58%, like that's also not good enough. You're giving way too many free points away. There's that forehand cross.
Ooh. Christina settling in. Nice rally there. I mean, she's only -1 when she's been in there. So she has been steady as a rock. Definitely the best performer for her team today.
And she's held her own for the baseline, right? Because we know she's had a lot of missed serves. Obviously, the one that bounced and the one that she ran into the court off a weird toss. But when she's been in baseline rallies, she's actually held her own. She's mixed up some height. She's played some good defense.
And that is going to be the end of bolt number 2. Challenge team hanging around, lost it, but close, man. Challenge team, they're not just looking for some great tennis.
Yeah, I mean, it's been solid tennis, but like you said, not spectacular. They're not pulling away, and this could be where that confidence and not having much experience, like right there, that's a ball Annabelle probably usually hits a nice, easy drop shot on. But when you're pressing a little bit and you haven't won, sometimes it gets more difficult. But I thought Annabelle came in off the break, did a good job. Jo Yi with some spot points there, and Christina, like I said, holding her own on baseline rallies. Just needs to make a few more serves.
Yeah, Annabelle +4 in the score line. She's going to give us some thoughts with Kelly now.
Yeah, Annabelle, when you came out here this afternoon, I saw you give a hug to Christina. I know you guys know each other well. What was the strategy when you stepped out on the court? Because you know her game, you know her very well.
Yeah, I think like throughout the summer, we try to focus more on what we want to do, the way that works for us, trying to play our game style. And I think Sam did that, Sophia did that, and now that's just what I'm trying to do as well.
You got lots of high fives. Claudio had some things to say to you. How did you feel like you played in that bowl?
Yeah, I'm really happy with how I played and just staying focused. And I want to keep the momentum going for the next bowl.
How different does it change your mindset when you come in with the lead that Sophia provided?
Yeah, I think it gives you a little cushion, but you can't get complacent. You just have to keep playing your strengths and, yeah, stay confident.
All right, we look forward to seeing you close this out. Thank you, Annabelle.
Thanks, Kelly.
All right, vault number 3 of women's singles on the way.
Calm, confident Annabelle doing a solid job right there. +4, but she also was leading in the winners category. So that is definitely helping her a lot. Atlanta coach Marcelo Ferreira here talking to the crowd as he showed up a bit early, just in case anything goes wrong. They're going to be trying to clinch the title tonight against Tampa. And so he's here early with his team, making sure everything's ready and on time. So he is going to be warming up after this with his team. But 46-34 Jacksonville. Right now, I'm JY and Jonathan Stokke here to my left. That's not the best tennis today outside of Sam Nicholson's performance. The most exciting part was seeing Sam Crawford. I was going to go with words that are going to be misinterpreted right there. But we're going to go with Sam Nicholson with the not great soccer kick that got our first 5-minute penalty of the season.
Yeah, we got our penalty box. And like I said, this women's match is now close. The first couple minutes here are absolutely huge. I mean, if this stays 15 for too much longer, you know, it's going to be tough to make a comeback. But, you know, like I said, Christina's been great today. It's just the serve. Like, I see her walking up here. She's taking her time. She's clearly poised. But I'm a little worried, like, what's coming here? Is it the 100-mile-an-hour? Is it the 50-mile spinner?
Better toss. She has a tendency to have that serve toss trail too far forward. Do wonder at some point, do you just hit an underhand topspin forehand and just throw it in there?
Oh!
Or you can just do that and just hit a slice winner passing shot. +2, that's not something you teach on your YouTube channel.
Fadeaway bullet slice passing shots. That is not something I would do, but guess what? If you have the talent that Sophia has, maybe it's okay.
49-36.
Is that right? I see Sophia's serve percentage at 48%.
Very interesting, but look at the winners. 5 winners right there to Christina, only 2, so she's +10 overall in the score.
I love Sophia's backhand. Gets low, transfers her weight.
A lot of two-handed backhands have a hard time like releasing. They keep that right elbow a little bit too close and lose some of that power. She releases both extremely well, so much power, but still can't be enough for that touch right there. Angle and then pass by Christina, +2.
Hey, 11, hanging on. That's a great ball. Let's hit that slow serve again. Let's make sure we make it. Jax, ooh, Sophia actually has stepped up maybe a step closer, which I like. Yeah, that's good.
That's so tough. Inside out backhand approach, not easy. Usually you go for the slice when you try to redirect it there. Just showed the skill that she has from down there.
Yeah, picking up from below the net, up in the court, and you got to get the ball to drop in time. So difficult. Now, if I'm Samantha, I'm watching Christina. Okay, she's -2 on the day, net. So she's done a great job. She's basically the tie. You probably want her to finish this out, but you got to watch her energy level. Maybe you got to call a timeout, let her catch her breath at some point.
The problem is they're down double digits overall. You need somebody to be, they need to get some double digits in the plus-minus.
Yeah, I mean, easier said than done, though, right? I mean, the only thing Christina can do differently to get some 2s is she can step up, especially against Sophia, maybe on the second serve, and try to take some cracks and get some 2-pointers.
I don't know, is it a Duke thing? You guys just are happy losing close? Because at Florida State, it's all about title time, man.
Yeah, well, we're certainly not happy losing by a lot. 13 points, 7 minutes left. It's still right there, but it's getting late early. I don't know what famous player said that, but
I like that line.
Yeah.
There's the two kids that are getting into Max's head just a little bit. Max giving them some attention. Head team cheerleader right there with Martin Gutierrez. They'll be waiting as doubles is coming up after this. Won't be surprised to see those two lead it off. Martin, the captain, Mr. Forehand guy, has also been double specialist this season. Does a great job with a big serve, flying around, poaching a lot. 53-40 right now in women's singles, 130-99 overall. Women's for Jacksonville, adding on to the performance for Sam Nicholson to get today started.
I want to know if Christina and Max will be having lunch at the same table after this match. Just reminiscing on old times. That is they are in a verbal sparring match. Max is just staring her down every point.
I wonder if Christina's going to burn her Jacksonville jersey from earlier this season.
Yeah, there's no love lost there, and I'm absolutely here for it.
I consider Max Benson the Draymond Green of the Intense League, the guy you want on your team, but you never want to play against.
Yeah, hey, everyone needs one, and everyone's got to be, you need one guy willing to be that person, you know, to be hated by everyone else except the 6 people on your team, but he does a great job, and like he said, he's into the match. Like, he's definitely affecting it. Yeah, off the court.
Me and you had this conversation once, dude. If nice guys can actually win championships, and well, when we do talk about you, Mr. Arthur Ashe Award, winning Kalamazoo twice, top 10 in the world junior, All-American, I think you can.
Look, the key to winning a sportsmanship award is you say hi to all the officials, so they stuff that ballot box, and you have terrible vision. So I used to play out serves all the time because I had no clue where the ball actually was. So I'm not actually that nice. I'm just blind, and I talk to the officials. Look at that.
I guess that's where I lost my sportsmanship award, because if I didn't see the ball, it was out.
Yeah, if you don't know, you're calling it out. That's the new thing. Thank God we got Bolt 6 for this, otherwise it could be total chaos.
Absolutely. Electronic line calling, so we don't have any issues that I encountered a little bit more than Stokke. 56-42 women's singles. Sophia had a +2 right there. Joyi Chen back in for the challenge team on the far side, and you see the difference, -11. So it's interesting because she's hit some forehands where you're like, holy moly, some +2s could come out of there, but she hasn't hit a single winner all day.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, this is where the 2-point rule is a little bit misleading, right? Because you think people are going to go for more, and that maybe being super aggressive is the way, but you're still playing for 30 minutes. You still need to be consistent and show up. And because the speed in between points is so short, you end up playing so many points. So you can't just play one great point and then 2 poor, one great point, 2 poor. You got to show up match over match. And that's why Sam is so great, because he doesn't really have too many stretches where he gives away free points. And I think Joyi's had some big highs, but too many lows, unfortunately.
I think Nori Adam for Tampa would like to argue against what you just said.
He can argue all he wants. I don't think he's going to win it.
And we're going to get a timeout here. Take a quick break and reorganize.
Sophia. When you're done, come here, Sophia.
Because then they have to serve.
We're close to 20 points.
Keep playing how we're playing, but I mean,
No, she has to move more. I think she'll be tired also.
just tell her to keep doing what she's doing.
Yeah. You're doing fine. You get 3 or 4 good 2-pointers. It's great. And the serve now, you understand that you don't want to slow the racket. Because imagine it's a first serve, but you just put a lot of spin. That's the way to picture. It's not a second serve. It's a first serve with a big spin, you know. And then stay intense, and when you have a chance, you go for it. Go.
So Claudio said something I love there. He was talking about basically like you're hitting a big serve with topspin, with spin. I think it's a very good, right there. She followed that advice to a T. A lot of people get obsessed in standard tennis of it's a first serve or a second serve. The beauty of having one serve in Intense League is you can just go for it with topspin and get really solid with it. but I think she was kind of guiding it earlier, which is why she was missing something.
That is a great opportunity with the coaching you just gave right there. Anybody can go to your YouTube channel to get this coaching. What's your handle there on YouTube?
At Stokke Tennis. She's giving free lessons every week. But I got to take that lesson from Claudia right there. I like that. Think of it like a fast serve with topspin. I really like that vision.
Good serve by JY Chen. She's trying to just miss the topspin.
That's called a fast serve without topspin. And that's why you need it, right? I mean, if you don't have any spin, it's just going to be gambling. You're just going to be flipping a coin every time. That's not good enough to win in this league.
Very quickly, we've seen a how to and then a how not to.
Yep. And you got to know both sides of the coin, right? I wonder if we're going to see Christina come back at the end, even if it's out of hand, just to get one more little exchange here with her and Max.
Wonder if we're going to see also Addie Rogan, the junior, not so much for, to rack up points, but also to get her loosened up. She, when they come back in double, she might be in there because she hasn't hit a single ball. We don't have warm-ups at the Intense League, so you also have to think about the long term.
Yep, and even if the match is out of hand, remember, if they win doubles, they're going home with cash. So doubles is going to be important whether the match is in play or not. So yeah, that might not be a bad idea if Addie's going to play some dubs. Get her in there, get a little sweat, get the feel for the situation.
Definitely the best rally we've seen from JY Chen, San Diego State. Big serve, no spin, still worked.
Again, hey, sometimes you flip that coin and it goes in. Sometimes you flip that coin and it goes out. Let's see where this one goes. Yeah, all right. That's a great ball. Smart play by Annabelle.
60-51, plus minus going a little bit in the direction JY wants until Annabelle hits that inside-in winner.
I'm telling you, she could literally be half asleep and roll out of bed and hit that forehand return inside in. That's an amazing serve and an even better return.
And just look at the stat. If that stat's correct, which I do trust the stat team, 38%.
I don't think it could be correct, right? 38%? She made like 5 in a row earlier when I was talking about how great she was.
Yeah, I don't think she's serving that bad. 62-53, one serve, one toss rule. JY forgot about that. That's the problem with the challenge team, right? As the season has gone on, the Intense League full rosters have more experience, but the challenge team continues to be rookies, and JY showing just a little bit of that. 64-53 in women's singles, 141-112. Last minute before doubles comes up.
And Annabelle is +4 in her 11 minutes playing, and I know that's something she wants to win, right? So right now the team score is 10 points with a minute left. I think Jacksonville's going to take it, but I know Annabelle wants to know that she was a winner for her portion. That'll be big for her confidence moving into tomorrow. Oh, there's our flip of the coin for a fault.
Stat team heard us call it out, and they adjusted on the scoreboard. 54% first serve percentage for Annabelle.
Yeah, but she's
still pretty low.
It's low, and again, I said that was her weakness. She was serving much better. Then she's come in the second time. I'd say in her last 10 serves, she's probably only made 3 or 4. So it's a little bit streaky. It had more topspin earlier. I liked it a little better. She's up to 63%. And look, this is big. Make another serve here. Build confidence. Build a stack of evidence that you have a serve that can hold up under championship pressure. There we go. Good.
Big serve by Annabelle. She will
get one more in.
I think she wants it.
Yeah, get some practice. Oh, no.
Nah, she's going to love it. She's going to take it. And 67-54, Jacksonville wins the women's portion of the match, adding on to their overall team lead. Jacksonville pretty happy with that, Jonathan.
Yeah, and you can see, going by all 3 bolts, it was 8 points for Jacksonville, then 4 points and 1 point. The beginning is always so crucial, and that's going to be crucial for doubles coming up. The biggest gap there happened in the first bolt. But again, Christina and Sophia, kind of a rematch of bolt 1, some good tennis, a couple, like that slice right there. I mean, absolutely bonkers shot. Tough to feel bad about that. And then you got the payback, right? You got the slice passing shot down the line, so they kind of exchanged 2-pointers. But high-quality tennis, serving overall a little bit better, and the Jacksonville women just a little too good.
Yeah, Sophia gave him a nice lead, and now she's going to join us with her head coach. No, coach left. She's going to be with Annabelle, both girls tag teaming to win this courtside.
Yeah, Annabelle was coaching them up, too. I heard her on the sidelines. When you saw the fist pump from her at the end, you knew you guys were in good shape, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's nice to have good momentum going into tomorrow as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Annabelle, I know when you came out here today, there were some things as far as we talked about beforehand with the singles. How good does that feel?
Yeah, it's really great. I think we've been working really hard the whole summer, and it hasn't always quite paid off for us, so it's nice to see that today.
When you watch her and that serve occasionally in the backhand, what are you thinking?
I mean, I train with this guy every week, and I know what it feels like to return it. So, yeah, she did awesome.
It was so much fun to watch. Tell us what we can expect with doubles coming up with you guys, but also the guys.
I think doubles, we're going to try and be aggressive, basically what we did in singles. You know, Sam did a really good job as well as Max. So I think we're trying to carry that one into doubles as well.
All right. We appreciate it, ladies. Best of luck. Thank you so much. That's right. The doubles on the way. Men's, then women's, then mixed.
Take a quick look at that match summary for the women there. All of them were close, but all of them in Jacksonville's favor. That allows to get them a 67-54 win in the women, adding on to the overall portion for Jacksonville. 77-59 for the men, 67-54, 144-113. And when we come back, doubles to finish this off.
It was an intense match. Maybe it didn't go exactly as planned. Credit to Jacksonville. Sam came out, started on fire.
Kudos to Sam. He started insane.
I just tried my hardest and I got the win today.
That was the most fun tennis match I've ever played in my life.
Opening weekend, there's some nerves, no doubt. For me, I always see these opportunities for improvement.
Hopefully we win that energy battle.
We have a really good plan, and it's going to work.
We also have a very good plan.
They
For
don't.
sure.
They don't have
We do.
Yep, awesome.
Marcella did a great job firing us all up.
Somebody has to lose, someone has to win, but I know it's going to make us hungry to come back and beat them.
Obviously, coming in not having won one yet, it makes you hungrier to win one. Time to bring it, time to get a win.
Sam, amazing job in the men's singles.
I had a good game plan coming in, and I stayed within myself.
I'd like to take my hat off to Sam. I think he pulled out a few good shots at the right times, but in general, I just felt like it was an uphill battle.
It's definitely a rivalry. We need it more than the other team.
Sam played well again today.
Each day is a new day. I mean, next week I could be the one flattened.
She brought it today, no doubt.
So I really wanted it for the team. Credit to Atlanta today. They played some great stuff throughout, no matter whether they were up or down.
Welcome back to championship weekend here at the Intense Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. One-of-a-kind stage here where we have the challenge team going up against Jacksonville. I'm JY and Jonathan Stokke here. We have the doubles coming up. What are you looking for as these players get ready?
Like I said earlier, challenge team has a tough task because they haven't played together. They're going against Max and Martine. They're like peanut butter and jelly, man. They just gel. They play all the time. They've got great energy. So it's going to be very, very tough for Danny and Jose here to stay even with them early on.
You keep the crust on or crust off?
Crust on, dude.
Yeah.
We're not 8 years old. You know, gotta get that fiber.
Yeah, you need the fiber. We'll see what challenge team needs to try to get them back into it. We'll start here with the doubles. Men's doubles gonna be coming up first. Women's doubles after. Mixed doubles to finish. Looks like Samantha's talking to Danny Muminovic and Jose Galvez. Been sitting on the sideline watching since the men's singles event. And now we're going to go down to the coin toss. We have Sebastian Nunez and Josh Greenberg that are going to be doing the coin toss together.
This is the start of our men's doubles. Just as a reminder, if a player is being substituted off, the new player coming on has to take the same receiving side as the player being subbed off and maintain the same serving order. To assist with the toss is Josh. Challengers with a call, heads or tails? Heads is the call. It's heads. Challengers to serve. Good match.
Challenge team wins the toss. Josh Greenberg there a staple in the intensifier group right there. Each team gets their own intensifiers that help them get the ball really fast. 14 seconds only in between points, so you need good intensifiers. Josh has been #1 all season in that category, being extremely locked in, gets the honor to flip the coin as you see him running right there. Jose Galvez, Danny Muminovic on the far side, Martin Gutierrez, Max Benson on the near side for Jacksonville.
I've seen a lot of coin tosses. That was well tossed right there.
I know. That would be.
He got his money's worth.
I would be nervous flipping a coin toss. I'd be the guy that just throws it.
Yeah. I'm throwing it into objects, throwing it into people. Great ball down the line.
Goes at him again. Misses it. Too much action. I think he got a little skin Jensen rules right there. Martin Gutierrez, the captain for Jacksonville. 146-113, but 2-0 in the doubles as we start from 0 and we get into the doubles portion.
And unfortunately, I've been on the other end as the challenge team coach. I've seen this story. We're already 3-0. These two are just well-oiled. They make their serves. They play offensive tennis. They're in the middle of the court. Could have been a two-pointer there, but a little bit of a shank overhead. Yeah, there's another two.
A few too many down the lines, and they've seen the tape. They know how much Max Benson loves the poach. Trying to hold them there down the line, but Max just reading them like an open book. Hanging steady, +2.
And Martin owns the serve that you need in this league, right? It's fast, it's got a ton of spin, he gets it right on top of his head, it's got good depth. And in doubles, it's tricky, right? Like, you want to be able to cover the middle, but you have to have a decent serve to do that behind, and he's very consistent and very solid with that serve.
For a guy his size, just under 6 feet tall, maybe right at it, though I think he's more close to 5'11". Probably one of the best serves in the league for the size that he has. 7-1, +2, topspin forehand winner. Jacksonville getting an early lead here in doubles.
And the only thing you can say right now is Max Benson is serving 0%. Other than that, you know, they've been off and running as we predicted.
That's not a stat you want to go home with. I'm sure Max will change that.
Wow, great forehand from Max there, because Danny hit that ball deep and he just kind of flicked it with his hand. That's high-level stuff. I want to see if Christina's going to give it back to Max here. Now Christina's on the sideline, right?
Yeah, got to. Why not?
Play into him. She's going nice on him right now.
Challenge team needs to give Christina something to scream about there. She got it. She's so nice. Just like a nice little round of applause. It's hard to be the Draymond Green on the team. You're either born with it or you're not.
It's hard to be Draymond when you're a nice guy, you know what I mean?
Nice serve. 8-4, 7 minutes left. Women's doubles after this. Only 10 minutes for the men.
So otherwise, it will be the rushing. So again, really take all your time to a good return. The great start. I call the timeout because now they get a couple of points in a row. Regroup. But I think it's a very good idea to make you won't use you there. So let's keep going. Let's get back to the
other one, no. The guy in the red hat suffered. Let's go,
So you heard Claudio talking a little less strategy and a little more logistics, which is part of the Intense League too. Hey, no high fives. Let's not waste our time. Go get a ball, get right back into it. A little bit more procedural instead of strategic.
Another great kick. Jose's serve is really bouncing on this court.
And I want to know, last time when I was coaching Challenge Team, Danny was like, nah, I'm not really into doubles. And here he is, looking great so far.
Great return, especially off the let serve. That's tough, +2. All right, let's see if Max will make the serve.
Hey, we're looking to get off that 0%.
Oh, wow. We are 4 minutes into this men's doubles bowl, and Max has made 0 serves. I think Annabelle needs to give him a clinic.
Yeah, Sam and Annabelle need to get him on the practice plan they've been on, because 0% ain't going to cut it.
How many balls has he made, actually?
You know, now that we're thinking about it, Martin's back might be getting a little sore, because he's missed a couple returns, he's missed a couple serves. He shanked that one overhead. He's off to a little bit of a slow start. Wow, that's good.
Oh, a little unlucky right there for the challenge team. Let goes over the racket of Danny. Another +2. These +2s really racking up. Challenge team has actually won more points in men's doubles, but Jacksonville has more +2s, so they have the overall score lead that matters the most.
And that's the variety in his forehand, right? He just laced one with the help of a let cord, and then he dips one low, slow at the feet. So when you have multiple options, that's a huge, huge weapon for Martin.
Martin, the grandmaster of chess at the Intense League, understanding all the different ways that he can mess with opponents. 14-10.
Great return.
I'm telling you, I don't know how many balls. I think Max has made 3 volleys.
Hey, but you know what's funny, though? Max did not do a great job in singles. He's off to a little bit of slower start in doubles, but he's done a great job on the bench today. So in terms of being a team player, he's played a role in this match, but he is off to a bit of a slow start. Look at Martin, just racking up twos.
I think he's got 3 or 4 +2s just in his doubles alone. Great job by Martin. Max, he tells him, Max, you've done a great job on the sideline. I'll take care of things here in doubles. All right, first serve of the day.
Good rip. It's amazing how many more points you could win when you make a serve. Who would have thought?
I don't think you needed to go to Duke to learn that one.
Maybe he did, because he's right back.
Unless you got Martin as a partner, I think you need to make some serves. But fortunately, he's got the captain leading the way. JY and Jonathan Stokke, Kelly Kroll leading the way in the commentary side. 18-12 for Jacksonville. They're leading on the score side.
And again, 6 points, honestly, being down 6 at this point.
Stop.
With, what, 4 minutes
Stop
left
the clock.
That's pretty good.
Martin, 18-12 is up on the board. Yep. Play.
Yeah, Claudio trying to make sure it's Martin's serve, too. I wouldn't want Max serving either.
Yeah.
Look at that. That thing's on lock. You know what? I'm calling it right now. I'm just speaking. Next serve Max hits, he's making it. I'm going to speak it into existence.
If he misses it, 10 push-ups on air.
Honestly, I don't even know that I can anymore. Sure. Now I'm nervous. I'm betting on the guy who's serving 25% today to make a serve. That is not good gambling by me.
Last night I finished watching the movie 2 for the Money. Matthew McConaughey, Al Pacino. So definitely know a lot about sports betting after watching that movie.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Ooh, just missed it. Beautiful touch. Tough one, right? I mean, inside the baseline, tough to get a top spin lob over there, and we're going to get a timeout from the challenge team.
I'm just breaking up the tempo a little bit.
Let's definitely try it. All right. This is their backhand. I told you those are the forehand. I didn't know, but this is slap it. Make sure you stop on that after the conclusion of tonight's match. And come on down to our AT Sports Room, where you can take live photos.
When you're coming in, just a couple more quicker steps in. You're still like further down.
The double, it will say the player who's supposed to serve on the screen. Just flash that. Take a photo, post it.
It'll say the name of the server on the screen. Yeah. I didn't catch it either.
The first time also.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Come on, man. Let's do it.
Come on, boys.
Samantha Crawford, challenge team coach, trying to lead the way. They're on a 4-week losing streak, but it's tough when you go up against Sam Nicholson to get started.
I mean, think about how hard her job is. She shows up, she doesn't know any of the players. She's got to manage timeouts, substitutions, new format, get to know everybody. There's a lot on her plate right now, and on top of that, you have an amazing opponent in Jacksonville.
Max is getting fired up. Martin serving so well, allowing Max to have a lot of cleanup +2s. So Max is playing a little better, but I think it's more thanks to Martin.
I wouldn't be that unhappy if Martin just served the rest of the points, the rest of his bolt, so I didn't have to worry about him making a serve. Uh-oh, okay.
Did touch it as a move. Great return by Jose Galvez. So, and I think that's where you see the inexperience right there. Jose didn't know that he was going to serve, right? Because if you win the point, you serve. Very different than traditional tennis. Fortunately, he moved pretty fast. Man, another let court that goes in. How many have gone in for Jacksonville today?
I don't know, JY, but this is the moment of truth right here. We got Max stepping up for a serve.
I'm rooting for him to miss it.
I have 25% confidence that he'll make this because that's his serve percentage so far. Yes!
Oh, man.
Let's go. And a 2-pointer. Praise Jesus.
Amazing. The double win right there. The serve in and the +2 from Martine.
Hey,
28-13.
I can't remember the last time I did a push-up. I dodged a bullet there. All right, now Max is settling in.
Yeah, I think he's getting in. It's similar to the free throws in basketball. It helps you get your confidence. You have a great server like Martine, helped set up a few easy volleys for Max, get the confidence going, helped him relax, and he's playing much better now.
Yep, absolutely. And it helps, like, when you're struggling to have a partner who can lift you up, right? Like, while he was struggling early, Martine was throwing in 2-pointers. Now they're both gelling. Typical stuff. And, whoa, Nicholson alert.
Looks like Kelly's scouting from this morning came true. Sam Nicholson. Kelly caught him warming up in doubles, wondering if that was a sign that he was going to be in for the second week in a row. And lo and behold, hello, Sam Nicholson.
And Sebastian must have let him out of the penalty box, huh? Opened the door.
Yep.
He sachets right out of there.
5-minute penalty box after Sam kicked the ball to Samantha Crawford's head. On accident. It was an accident. He's just not good at soccer. But still 5 minutes nonetheless. And even with that 5-point penalty, they're doing just fine.
Oh, we run out of time there? And we're going to have to think of a third condiment. If we had peanut butter and jelly, what is Sam?
Banana.
Oh, interesting.
I love that mix. PB&J and banana.
Wow, never had that before.
Oh, it's just delicious.
All right, well, banana's in there. And giving up a 2-pointer right away. Danny wants the quick serve there. We knew what was going on. Martine a little confused. Good volley.
Great hands. Jose Galvez, +2. Hometown of Alpharetta, Georgia. Went to Kennesaw State for 2 years, trying to step it up for the challenge team, down 30-20 in doubles.
And again, honestly, I hate to say it, losing by 10 to those guys is not really that bad a performance from the men's challenge team. You know, Max and Martine, super well-oiled, know what each other are doing. They close the middle of the net. They get a lot of 2-pointers. And Martine has one of the best serves in Intense that I've seen in terms of pace, spin, and consistency. So he's a staple in the doubles lineup. Obviously, Sam coming in late. But I thought the challenge team did a good job of not letting that get away. I think they have a chance at women's doubles to take it, and hopefully let it get down to that third goal.
Well, we'll see if Martine and Max will give him a chance, as they're going to give Kelly a chance at an interview here.
The scoreboard.
That's exactly what I need. Okay, guys, we were just talking serves. How important, when you're setting him up, he is setting you up, how important is it with that one serve to be sure they're in?
Oh, the serve percentage is huge, and then also the return, and then even if you miss a serve, make sure you're helping your opponent no matter what side of the court they're on.
How about when his is in and you have that easy put away? How nice does that feel?
I mean, it's always nice. I missed a couple, but as long as he's making the serve, then I'm getting my chance to just put the ball away, and that's all we're trying to do.
Tell me a little bit about when Sam works his way in here, how that works for you guys.
It's pretty new. We didn't do it early on in the season, but I mean, we can all play, so we're happy to play with any partner.
Okay, women coming up, what can we expect, Max?
A lot of energy, a lot of talking, a lot of smashes, and maybe some skin.
There you go. There you go. Team Jacksonville ready for this next one. Thanks, guys. Women's doubles on the way here in Bolt 2.
Men's singles, nice performance. Not an amazing, but a lot of +2s from Jacksonville, and that's the key difference in doubles. It's all about who can rack up those +2s with the serving and the poaching and the finishing it off. And we'll see if women's doubles, will it come down to the same thing? Christina Wozniak and Addie Rogan look to be in for the challenge team. Addie Rogan seeing her first action. It's not our first action. JY and Jonathan Stokke joining us once again all weekend.
Hey.
Thanks for staying till Sunday this time.
Championship weekend, man. Where else would you rather be? But again, we're only down 10 in the doubles portion here. Let's see how these women can do to start off.
Yeah, Christina Wozniak and Addie Rogan on the far side. That's the problem that we were talking about earlier with keeping a player on the sideline for way too long. There are no warm-ups here. That shoulder looks tight to go in, but that's understandable. She hasn't hit a ball in almost 2 hours.
Yeah, that serve looked how my shoulder feels all the time.
That's what I was hoping your push-ups would look like, and we get it on air.
I can make a few more bets, but let's just know that I made that serve for Max. I gave him good karma there. Man, look at the depth from Christina.
Falling back on a lot of balls, though, right? Even that ball right there, slow to get her feet. ready, just falling backwards, but that was a slow ball. 34-20, Jacksonville on the near side. 178, 133 in the overall. The overall team portion is completely out of hand right now for the challenge team. But if they can win this doubles portion, they get prize money within there. We have 3 matches going on within the team. So Jacksonville still staying hungry because they want those hundreds Stokke was talking about.
And I'm a little surprised. I'm going to see if JY gets in here. She's got some firepower. I thought she'd be in the doubles lineup for sure in place of one of the 2 players out there right now. I see Sam talking to her a little bit. JY's bouncing around. She's ready to go. But, you know, we're already down to 15. It's 5 points already. Now it's 6 points in this bolt.
Addie Rogan is the girls 16s Easter Bowl and clay courts doubles champion, so completely makes sense as to why she's in the lineup right now. The tough part will be is just the fact that she hasn't played all day and this is her first action. So can she overcome that? Christina Wozniak trying to help her out from the baseline, saying solid as a rock. And that's what she's been, solid all day, Christina.
She has. I've been very impressed with her. She's played great, and she's had, you know, some emotional stuff with the other team, and she's held her cool. She's played good tennis. The serve's been a little bit of an issue, but it usually is, especially for challenge team coming in with the new format. But let's see if Addie can get cranking here. 14 points. But again, if you're playing defense in doubles, you're behind the 8 ball. So
it helps when you get a donation there. 1 serve only. She misses it. Point for challenge team.
And again, going back to Annabelle over there, that serve, when she's got topspin on it, it looks great. Sometimes it gets a little too flat and a little too slicey, and that's where it's kind of that make about half of them, which is not good enough. Oh, yep, got a little confusion here.
Yeah, and that was just tried to see the spin from Addie, just not enough acceleration, still not warmed up. But I'm completely warmed up to all our sponsors that have helped us this season as we come into championship weekend. First season incredible. Big shout out Yonex, Wilson, Dolicious. Spend some hundreds on Dolicious. That'd be a nice afternoon.
I'm telling you what, that sounds actually really good right now. What a volley.
+2 right there. I think Christina was wondering if Annabelle was going to poach, tried to sneak it down the line, but just way too far back.
See if Sophia covers the middle here. You're always expecting the return to go cross court. There it is. Could have been a golden opportunity for Sophia to close the net. Little backhand smash. I think Max said what? Smashes and skin was coming up. But if you want to get a smash, you got to be in the middle of the court.
Still not enough acceleration. At least she finds a rhythm to go in there. And Annabelle just going right at Christina. And that's tough.
And that's the difference. I mean, Addie winning 16, you said Easter Bowl or what other large tournament?
Clay courts.
Clay courts, super impressive, but you can see that serve is very slow. And that's the difference when you're playing, you know, women who have graduated college or played college tennis first juniors, is that serve right now is getting exploited a little bit.
JY Chan back in for Addie. Don't have too much time in this format to find your game. That's the tough part. Either start well or you're going to be out. Not sure it helped that she had to sit out a lot, but we are where we are. JY Chan, tough rally, misses that volley. 43-25 in the doubles portion. 6 minutes left. Mixed doubles up next.
We know JY is going to give this return a rip if history repeats itself. Yep.
She's caught it late. She looked. You see those moments when the player really sets up and they want to hit it so bad, but it's like you just overloaded.
Yeah. You know, taking a bigger swing doesn't let you hit faster, but right there, she took a monster one.
Is that what you learned playing golf?
I've learned a lot of things about how not to suck playing golf. All right, Annabelle, come on, give me a little poach right here. You know, flying from Charleston this morning, I'm looking for a close on the net, a little backhand spike. Give it to me right here. I think that crossed on her side of the net.
JY right there, that one crossed over too. Covering the line right there. Sometimes that's the problem with just over-shifting, right? What do you say about the middle there, Jonathan?
Yeah, a little tight call there. But yeah, so we started this bolt, went down 10 after the men, and now it's ballooned up to 22, so the girls are already down 12. Make that 14. Samantha might have to put those hands together in a T formation for the timeout. Stop this now, because the mixed doubles won't mean anything unless we can make a little comeback and shift strategies here.
I think Samantha wishing she gets kicked in the head by a ball again so they can at least just stop this match right now, because this is just a blowout.
Yeah,
tough to watch.
Look, it's tough coming in here and you play a team as good as Jacksonville. And I remember last time our singles were actually close, and then doubles came and we got absolutely run over by a truck because they play together, they know what each other are doing, and they play offensive doubles. So right now she doesn't have a lot of great options, right? She already tried a substitution. She can call a timeout, but is that really going to change anything with 4 minutes left? It's tough to say. Better serve from Christina right there. Oh, yeah.
There's that courageous forehand. Kelly was talking to us about how courageous was the word of the week again for the team. Annabelle has no problem taking the chance, ripping that forehand down the line, 51-26.
A little better serve there. A touch of topspin. Sometimes it looks like it gets a little too far to her right, to where she can't really get over it. And so it's in between what we would call a first serve and a second serve, and it's just a little bit too risky. I like that toss better. Yeah.
It's one of the things that players hate practicing, and I did too, the toss. Just sitting there tossing a ball. I mean, geez, you haven't done that since you're 4 years old, but now you got to do that. But that's such an important piece.
It's everything, right? I mean, I want the toss to be right on top of her head. That's pretty good right there. Yeah, see, I like that one. There are times before she even swings where I have a bad feeling in my stomach, like this isn't going in. But when she gets it closer to her head, and something that I found helped me with my toss is, when you're looking up, you're just tossing to empty space. Sometimes it's good to visualize an object, like you're tossing to something. But those last 3 tosses, much better serving for Annabelle.
Yeah, but nearly 30 points. I like to put Jacqueline in the last 2 minutes, maybe. Okay. Maybe we leave her because she didn't practice much to play more. You're doing amazing. So stay like this, amazing. I mean, both of you, this double now. Let's keep it like this, like in the refrigerator. That's the double. It works so well. But I want to have her 2 minutes, okay?
That's fine. So she would play on the ad side, and I would.
Yeah, she take her place. You did so good. And then also you play the mixed up. Okay?
You said? Just keep it practice with me now. Doing great. You side.
The last 2 minutes you go in, huh? What? How much it lasts? 3 minutes, maybe 2.5 minutes you play. Let's see if we can keep the serve on. You take Sophia play. So
the lead is so big. Just put her in now. What's 30 seconds going to do?
Yeah, I've been interested. Sam kind of wanted to stay in for that little bit, and now they're keeping Sophia. By the way, loving what I'm seeing. Now, what is Annabelle here? 83%. Get this toss right on top of your head.
Good toss.
Yes. See, look, when she tosses on her head, she gets just enough topspin where she can hit that speed and have some level of consistency. It's just when it leaks to the right there.
Way to hang in there by Christina, just blocking enough balls. Sometimes the best offense is good defense, 56-27.
And this could be Sophia's last point here, and I got a feeling she's going to take her money's worth and just give us an absolute ride.
Oh, yes.
In fairness, gambling on her to hit the ball fast is not much of a gamble.
Oh, that's the shot of the day for Joey Chan. Unfortunately, still down 56-29, but it was beautiful nonetheless.
Hey, they all count. They all feel good. Every 2-pointer.
Picking it up a little bit. Great serve. Makes it easy to hit a great poach. Annabelle did touch it, only +1.
Claudio giving the signal to Sebastian. Substitution coming.
There it is. Forehand unforced error return. Let's see if Jacqueline will come in after this. With the serve miss right there, they can control the times. Jacqueline's going to come in.
Man, coming in has to serve right away.
That's mean, Claudio.
Woke up, chose violence, huh? Yeah.
That's not Jacqueline's fault.
Hey,
that's just tough.
Yeah, you got to put that on Claudio's stat sheet right there. Come on.
If there's going to be
a coach's fault, a coach's misserve, that's on
Yes.
Claudio.
Tough inside out, high backhand poach. Jacqueline Lopez from Rutgers University. Trained in Argentina, also went to train in the David Ferrer Academy in Spain. Spanish must be pretty good by now. Trying to see if she can learn some Italian playing underneath Claudio Pistolesi. That cruise last week surprised everybody speaking Italian
Out of
to
nowhere.
Claudio.
Yeah, this is a multilingual broadcast, at least for everyone except me. But I like listening to Claudio. I've seen a few Instagram posts of him ranting in Italian. It sounds beautiful. I have no idea what the hell he's saying, but I don't mind listening to it.
Christina with a +2, great poach going right at Jacqueline Lopez, welcoming her into the match.
Yeah, that's a really good return.
And it's tough for Christina because Annabelle's hit just enough good forehands down the line in doubles. It's hard to just completely cheat over and poach.
Yep, all it takes is 1 or 2 to keep someone honest. I like it. We're going to get 1 more point in.
It might as well. Warm up that shoulder.
Yeah, bury him. Oh, we knew that was coming.
That's half Claudio, half Jacqueline's fault.
Yeah,
with each serve, it goes a little bit more towards the player, but still not an easy position. Yeah, see, Claudio just told it. Yep, that's right. But still an easy going time right now in the double. 60-37. The women really stepping up. It was only +10 when the men's finished their doubles, but women's now extending that lead.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't have thought that going into. The men would have won less than the women, and that should give the women confidence going forward. But again, good offense, taking balls early. You see a 2-pointer there from Annabelle. She's very, very solid at the net. I actually think this is their best chance. Look at how far inside the baseline she is for that return. I mean, that's ridiculous. And again, if you want to be successful in this format, in this competition, you have to play offense, ripping balls on your front foot, and Jacksonville definitely did that.
Yeah, great offense, great playing right now. Good finish by Annabelle, who's with Kelly on the court.
Yeah, Annabelle, you and Sophia started playing together really just a few weeks back, but what are you most proud of as far as the strides you've made?
Yeah, I think that we just communicate really well. We don't have to overdo it. And I think that she has a great serve. I like being active at the net, so I think that works really well.
I was going to say, when do you know you're going to poach? I mean, you kind of may. You have a great serve to work with in hers, but you also are very active, like you said, up there.
Yeah, I think I know just based on where the opponent is in the court, when I want to pounce, basically, but you're never quite sure. You kind of just go for it in the moment.
Earlier, you mentioned tomorrow in the back of your mind. Today, what were you working on, or where is the headset when you're trying to accomplish things here this afternoon?
Yeah, I think we're just trying to keep the pressure on the challenge team. The match definitely isn't over. There's still another ball to play, but any momentum that we can build today is going to help tomorrow.
Absolutely. We love it. Annabelle, thank you so much. As always, we got the third and final ball coming your way with mixed doubles.
Mixed doubles coming up next. We'll be almost done for today, but the team that's always rolling, look at the production truck right there, dancing their way as we come into the last 10 minutes. Unbelievable day today. Still unbelievable how they look at all those cameras. Martine loving it right there, giving a high five to the intensifiers. Martine and Sophia are going to get mixed doubles to get started. Naresh in for mixed doubles, didn't see any action in overall doubles. They're going to need some of that big lefty serve, the cheat code to come into play with Joey Chan.
I am not jealous of Naresh right now. He's been sitting around for about an hour. He comes in, they're down 23 points in the doubles portion, and he's going against these two stallions over there. I'm like, what did you throw me into, Samantha?
And he has to serve.
Yeah. Look at Danny's chilling over there on the bench. Danny's happy. Yeah, that is.
How many
Tough
times
sledding right there.
How many first serves of the day have we seen missed by players? It's not easy, right?
Yep.
No warm-up here. We go right into it. We don't want to waste time just seeing people hit around. 61-37. Martine in there, and you see he's been warmed up, so with his shoulder, it's a great serve, great service winner against Joey Chan. Sophia Johnson in at the net, trying to pick off some balls for Jacksonville.
That's a really good ball down the line. So it'll be interesting here, right? We got Naresh at the net. Is he going to pinch middle here with a backhand volley? Pretty tough against Martine's return, yeah.
Great serve right there, but he still runs around it. It's a good forehand cross.
What a volley.
Great point right there. And that's that forehand with Jody. We've seen it, like, it looks great. It's ready to go in. Just sometimes misfires, but the preparation, absolutely beautiful with the easy ones.
Yep. Yep, she's hot and cold, but, you know, in doubles, that's not a bad thing. I mean, just making balls in doubles doesn't get it done. You just kind of hope she gets hot at the right time. Oh, interesting.
Ooh, sneaky. She saw Martine move a little bit early, but then Naresh just wasn't ready because Sophia unloaded on the backhand.
Yeah, it's like if you go big through the middle, you got Martine hitting a volley. You go slow line, now you got Sophia's backhand. That's two terrible choices for an opponent.
Gives the serve back, 64-40, 8 minutes left. Team portion is just totally out of sight for the challenge team. Can they make a run here? We've seen 20-point deficits get erased pretty quick with all the +2s and the fast-paced action of doubles, but with serves like that, that is not going to help.
This is my favorite serve in Intense right here. Oh, look at that. Pace, spin, tons of margin.
He's even got that left foot, the heel up that Sampras used to do. Federer does as well. It's beautiful.
He's serving 97% in this one. I'll bet you he serves very close. I'll bet you he's in the 90s for the entire season.
You're going to ruin it.
Hey, we didn't put anything on the line.
I know, I
we did not
almost
put
did.
anything on the line. The last toss, honestly, you heard me make a little sound because his toss was in front. That time it got too far into the court. It's amazing that I can make someone miss like that.
It's the power.
If you have any enemies in like USTA leagues at home or anything, just let me know and I'll think a positive thought about them and they'll probably double fault or miss a ground stroke in the net for no reason.
Be careful. Atlanta is the league capital of the world and they take it seriously. You might be getting a lot of calls.
Yep. All right, let's see what Martin does here because it's going to be a slow serve and a big return. That's just too easy.
Well, that's the problem. Now, you know, okay, Martin missed one poach, but still, he's in the head of JY, 71-41.
So she went line and she beat him. She went middle there. I'm wondering if she's going to go. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, you got to look at him in the middle of the net, distracting you.
I think that's just where you go two back, and then you don't have to worry about it. Just rip it down the middle, and at least you have two people ready to defend the next one.
But that's the challenge of the challenge team is, well, we haven't played together. Like, how is Samantha supposed to get that detail in there in that 8 seconds before they serve? They don't know what they're doing, who's going to take middle balls, and that's why I do think the regular teams have a massive advantage against challenge team when it comes to doubles.
Still an incredible opportunity for these players to make it through the challenge series. We're not on one of the full-time rosters, but by playing in the challenge series on Thursdays and Fridays, they can try to make it through top 3, make it onto the challenge team. Danny Muminovic played in every single challenge series, and I believe made it through in 4 of 6. So he has got the experience, and when we come back next year in season 2 of the challenge series, we'll be back as well to give players the opportunities to play in this pro league, even if they were not selected through our draft. That would be occurring.
Well, you know, it's really easy. Martin, that's on me, buddy. Now you can't make a serve. But it's really easy for me to fall in love with a player and have a favorite. And last time when I got to coach Danny, he's one of those players, all you want as a coach is someone who's coachable. He looked me in the eye right away. He was very open to everything I was telling him. Really, really good kid, solid player, but I really like getting to know him last couple of weeks. And like you said, for the draft, he might have that impact on another coach who wants to take him for next season.
Well, another coach that saw the same in him was the Mercer coach, bringing him on as the grad assistant. So he's going to be joining them to help the tennis teams at Mercer.
Now the real question, okay, let's go to round 2. I told everyone how great Martin's serve is. 2 horrendous serves in a row in the net. I'm going to say he's making the next one, and I'll put those 10 push-ups on the line again. Ooh. Yeah. They just don't have to be 10 in a row, correct?
Wait, come on.
10 push-ups spread across the course of an intense season.
You want to do them standing up against a wall as well? Great poaching by Sophia with a smile. She looks right there to Martin. JY and Jonathan Stokke here, waiting to see. Oh, he's flustered.
He doesn't even know his time's on. The clock's running down.
3, 2.
My man. I'm just... God, I love these guys, Max and Martin. See, look, if I send out the good karma, all of a sudden the serves start coming. I said nice things about Annabelle. She got hot. Look.
Come on, Martin.
He's in a cold stretch, but he did it for me. He doesn't even know it, but he did it for me.
78-46. Jacksonville dominating all day today. JY going to try to hit some big serves and just take every point you can. Playing for big pride here. Still with the fist pump. Fun opportunity, Intense Arena. Thank you to everybody at Peachtree Sports Network, YouTube, and Twitch. That's why these players want to play. Amazing show, amazing broadcast, amazing arena, and amazing opportunity. I'll stop saying amazing as we move on. 79-48.
Hey, you know what, though? It's the correct word. You know, I came in here last time. I was commentating remotely, stepping into the arena. This is a phenomenal venue. The court is cool. Great graphics, scoreboards, everyone knows what's going on, great crowds. Very, very cool being here in person.
Electric Owl Studios in Atlanta, Georgia. I think this is the first time ever a tennis court has been built inside a movie studio, and then a professional league came out of it. So
amazing.
Definitely a groundbreaking league, and always have to give a big shout out to all our sponsors that helped us get this going, and our entire team that spent a lot of hardworking hours as we get into championship weekend. not just putting this together, but improving every single week, trying to get things better and better. There we are.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've been so impressed. So many people behind the scenes doing things here. Everyone's so friendly, on it. Everything gets taken care of. Very, very cool production. So difficult. We've got the easy job. Well, I've got the easy job. I just show up and watch tennis. You've been doing crazy things. Everyone here working so hard. So impressive.
Yeah, next year we just need three sponsors to come in. If not, I'm going to bring them in myself. So we need a Breville espresso machine. Okay, with Lavazza.
Yeah.
The gold one, the gold can.
Okay.
Lavazza Oro.
Yep.
That's what it's called. I'm sure Claudio knows it.
You've thought through that? Yep.
And then we got to get Jenny's ice cream here.
Well, I was going to say, I was wondering if like Haichu or a candy of my choice was also going to be making it to the broadcast booth.
Well, if you're full-time, well, then you can put in your suggestions.
Okay. Pretty much any sugar item will do. I actually had great lemon bar at the lunch before. Little two-pointer there. And again, Jacksonville's doubles to me might be the best in the league. They definitely get hot at times, but 34 points, I can't really blame the challenge team for this. It's just Jacksonville's really just too good.
Good return by Joe Yee, smiling fist pump. 85-52. Jacksonville's going to walk in with the win here, both in the doubles, but also a clean sweep across the board. That's what Tampa's going to be looking for tonight when they go up against Atlanta. Atlanta's trying to clinch the title. Tampa, if they do a clean sweep across all three matches, just like Jacksonville did, they will keep their championship hopes alive. So Tampa will take some motivation from what they just saw and know it can be done. And it's going to be a little bit better, a little tougher. But for everybody that's been watching today, you got to make sure you come back tonight. Minute left here in mixed doubles. Sophia Johnson, 88-52 in mixed doubles.
And this is going to be a long 60 seconds for the challenge team. You know, they're just looking to get out of here. Great hustle there. There's another two-pointer. Look at these
some of the
legends.
people running the show. Kevin O'Grady, Carla Vukovic, Dave Mowry, Steve, TJ. Running fast across the camera there.
So many people behind the scenes, and no wonder because this product is so awesome, so professional.
The tech deck right there. If you were to just go back behind it, you've been back there. The amount of screens that are back there, just absolutely incredible. I mean, with everything that they're putting together, 90-54. There's not one person that we can do it without. Everyone plays a huge role.
And this might mercifully put the challenge doubles bid to rest right here. Oh! Little two-pointer from Danny. Send him off to the sunset with a little underhand serve, unfortunately.
Quick serve right there, and Martin takes his +2 right back, 92-56, 234-169. All Jacksonville all day. Sam Nicholson got him started, but this time a queen sweep?
A queen
sweep.
I don't know what that is. Tell me what that is. Is that when someone loses 92-56?
They might be demoted to princess after losing that one. So let's take a look at these highlights, Jonathan.
Yeah, unfortunately, I saw this one coming from my house in Charleston that Jacksonville would be routing the challenge team in doubles. It's just too much offense, too much continuity. And at this point in the match, you know, when you step in, you're Naresh, you come in cold. You know, it's just tough to kind of get it going, especially when you feel like the match is out of hand. But super impressed with Martin. Sorry that he missed a couple serves. It's 100% on me. But overall, solid match from both teams. Good energy, good level.
Good energy, good level, good day by Jacksonville. Good backhand by Sophia, giving them the +2, and then the smiles there after the win. As we're going to take a look at the match summary that got everything started for Jacksonville. Men's singles first, Sam Nicholson won the first vault by 11, but then the next one by 17. And even though they had the 5-point penalty, first ever in Intense history, Sam making history in many ways at Intense, still not enough for the challenge team and the men. And then when we get to the women, started off nicely with Sophia Johnson, 23-15. Finished off things closely, but still a clean sweep across the board this time, 67-54 in the women. Then we get to the doubles. You know, prize money still on the line in the doubles, but just too much, too good. Martin Gutierrez helping Max Benson get through that. And then in the overall, they just add up all the scoring. You don't need to do the math for that one, Jonathan. That's just a big win for Jacksonville. 236-169 as we go to Kelly, who's got the whole team with her.
Yeah, a big win indeed. And Claudia, you challenged your team coming into today to be courageous. How do you feel like they executed your message?
I cannot be more proud. You know, the danger here is that in front of the camera I get too emotional, and I have to stay calm and don't go too emotional. And also last night I became grandfather, and that's a combination of emotion and having such a great team and being proud as a coach. It's 2 months or more we're working together. We get to the last weekend with a chance, and we know every inch possible to take the chance, we will take it. That's, you can be sure about that. Is already a great achievement, but even more the spirit, the team spirit, to give everybody the best they can. It makes me so happy and so proud, and I have to do a huge effort to not get too emotional in front of the camera.
Have you guys seen him cry before? I mean, he's about ready to cry over here, Max. He's so proud of you.
I mean, that's what we're here for.
Collectively, is this the best you've seen them in every dynamic men's, women's singles, and mixed and doubles?
Yeah, it's very dynamic. Things change. I know every week you have to start from scratch, but now there are things that stays, and there is a constant improvement, constant learning. You know, so we still have, for example, to learn. And sometimes it's better to tap in out instead of put it back. Otherwise, you lose 2 points instead of 1. Details. You know, the more you go on, the more the details makes a difference. And just sorry, it's gonna be the last day tomorrow, but we have one more day, guys, to be very careful to every possible details, to really be ready to get every inch is in front of us to deliver the best we can and keep the chance alive.
Speaking of that, I'm going to move back here because I feel like Max tends to get this group going. And so I want to know the plans for tonight, Max. You guys sticking around? Will you be cheering in Tampa's corner, knowing what's at stake, or what? How does this work?
I mean, I don't think we have anything better to do. We'll come cheer. Don't know who we're going to be cheering for, but we're just going to watch. We're going to have some fun, and then we'll get ready for tomorrow.
Jacksonville, Team Jacksonville, congrats. We appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Well, hopefully Max figures out who he needs to be cheering for. If not, I'll send you a text, Max. I think we know, but JY and Jonathan Stokke here. Jonathan, what did you think about that match today?
Yeah, like challenge team had a tough bid. You know, men's singles and doubles were kind of blowouts. Women's singles still, even though they won, it was a little closer, so we'll see how they do tomorrow. But obviously Jacksonville is rooting hard for Tampa tonight.
Yeah, well, just a big shout out to all of our sponsors that have helped get not just this season, but also championship weekend here. Hardcore Tennis, Sports the Cap, Solinco Body Armor, Acrotech, Lubu, Turner Grip, Alta, USTA Boast, Wilson. Thank you to all of you. It's been an amazing season so far. We are not done yet. When we come back at 6:30, we'll be getting ready where Atlanta can clinch the title tonight, or will Tampa hold them off and keep their championship hopes alive? Before we get there, let's take a look at what the players think about championship weekend.
I haven't seen anything of it, but I heard about it.
I've only heard that it's incredible and it's something we've never seen before.
I'm the headline, the deadline. I'm a head time, the rare kind. I'm a living legend.
Love that feeling of holding up a trophy.
When you receive one, you know you worked for it and you feel like you deserve it.
It's a nice recognition of all the work you put in.
Luckily, I've been out here building an army. Camouflage on a ride, we run this party.
When they're handing you the trophy, it's like, oh wow, I really did this.
It's just almost a relief, but also a joy at the same time.
No matter how many trophies you have, the next one always feels great.